trust me, come with a real. You here been the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live at WoodSports.com. I'm joined by Smith Raxter, Chris. No Nicholas Koloff. He's a sellout. We got Skywalker in the
building. A real one.
No Nicholas is at the Tigers game tonight. If you guys are out and about, just spit in his food. Just kidding. I love you, Nick.
Jesus. Dude, my shoulder's toast.
From getting burned?
I'm having a real
Mosquitoes?
I'm having a real old guy moment, dude.
What'd you do?
I threw my shoulder out playing with the kids in the pool over the weekend.
Yeah, man. You're about that age when I did that. I had that wedding incident.
No, 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, dude. Getting there, dude.
Dude, my shoulder is toast. I'm going to have Dr. Pierce hook me up tomorrow. So,
how do you fix it? You kiss me on the lip?
You know what will make your shoulder feel better? If you kiss me on my hot mouth.
I'm going to have to kiss your boo to make you better now,
I always wondered what the secret sauce was. Dr. Pierce.
Shout out to Dr. Pierce.
This is going to be a show.
Dr. Pierce, the opinions shared here on the Heavyweights do not reflect those of Dr. Jeffrey S. Pierce.
Kiss my boo-boo.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
He's actually just not a doctor. He's just going around kissing people. Found a loophole.
Just really turned on by people's backs. Oh, man. Rotator cuff, Spenny. Surgery is very painful. Oh, I don't know if I need surgery. That shit.
I've torn my rotator cuff a lot. I've never gotten surgery.
Yeah. My shoulders are already tossed, too. From swim. My shoulders are, doing this thousands and thousands of times for 9 years.
The Orchid in Ferndale? Macho man. I want to feed Macho man.
Dude, I'm telling you. Oh, that shit is
This Monday feels like a Friday,
Monday
boys. I don't know about you.
Feeling real Friday.
Yeah, you're getting old. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's getting old.
But it's a good thing you know Dr. Pierce for real, though. Oh. That's the one thing, too, because my boy Ryan has he's had a lot of, shoulder surgeries, but he still has all the same issues. Ryan's shot my boy Ryan. He's not the same person he used to be, but he's a scrapper. He's one dude just fight for no reason. It's like, dude, we're having a good time. We're not trying to go to jail tonight. Why you do that? But he would, throw out his shoulder in the fights. I just never got healed. But he got surgery, though. I'm like, what the fuck was the surgery for? Every time you fight, you get hurt. Just from punching people. Yeah. You're not even losing these fights.
I broke my hand on this dude's face.
Yeah, I don't know. It's made me never want to get surgery every time I fucked up my shoulder because I'm like, it doesn't seem like it works. But maybe it depends on who you see. Do you know there's a lawsuit for this one guy, doctor, who when he's putting the organs back in or replacing organs or whatever he's doing, he would laser his initials. Yeah, dude.
Terrible.
And one time he fucked something up.
Out?
He fucked something up. He either forgot something.
Some cannibal was eating the dude's stomach. He's like, hey, is that somebody's name?
Yeah. I put this liver to the side. It's clearly not mine.
Yeah. He's got due on this one.
I think he botched the surgery or something like that. And so somebody else had to go back in. It was like, who the fuck's JDM? On your liver.
Why would you sign on a botch job, dude? You should have left that one anonymous.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Not going to lie, that's pretty badass.
It is kind of cool.
It's kind of the coolest thing you can do if you're a doctor.
Yeah, as long as you're not fucking up, it's kind of cool.
As long as you're not fucking up, he's fucking Batman.
And no one knows.
Leaving a calling card, dude.
Great advertising.
Yeah,
I'm going to find out his name. Keep going.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I don't know how I'd feel about it if I... Yeah, but again, how would you know? You would never know.
You'd never know.
That's why it's the ultimate crime, is because nobody would ever find out unless you botch one. But you shouldn't sign botch jobs, dude.
Yeah, Strep's putting his initials on him. All right, hold on, I'm just Googling it right now. Who was a doctor who was lasering his initials? Simon Brummel, a British transplant surgeon in 2013, using argon beam coagulator Wow, that's a real thing? I've heard that word before.
Yeah.
Never knew it was a real thing.
Science shit, dude.
Do you know what it is?
Nope.
Yeah, he was using a argon being coagulated. Doesn't even sound fucking real. A device
That's like
typically...
some Dr. Doofenshmirtz shit.
Yes, I swear to God.
It's right next to the flux capacitor.
Yeah, just right over the blinking fluid. A device typically used to stop bleeding during surgeries to etch his initials, SB, onto the livers of 2 patients during transplant operations
Dude, that's badass.
at Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham, England.
He definitely looked over at the nurse and was like, watch this shit.
Yeah. Hey, Shawty, watch this. But also, kind of makes sense that's in England. Don't they always like have their initials on their handkerchiefs and shit in England? Like,
I don't...
when they're eating tea and crumpets, they've got a little napkin that's got their initials on it. So, I don't know.
And that makes it okay.
The markings were discovered by another surgeon during a follow-up surgery when one of the transplanted livers failed for unrelated reasons, revealing the 1.6-inch initials. It's kind of big, right?
1.6 is huge,
1.6?
dude. Huge.
Thank you, guys. He didn't have permission on that one.
Huge. Fellas.
All right, since we're starting the show out wacky, I got a crazy headline that was... It was kind of wild, but honestly, I think it's kind of sweet. Did you see Donald Trump this weekend committed to having UFC at the White House?
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty fucking cool, too.
Yeah.
And then, to be honest with you...
What else did they do there?
So Anson made the perfect argument. And Anson, if you guys follow him on Twitter, he's a big conspiracy guy.
He's a big conspiracy guy.
Somebody's like, how embarrassing about Donald Trump saying that. And then Anson commented back. I was like, what's the difference between having fucking Lady Gaga and Beyonce there? I'm like, that's a great point.
It's a great point.
That's a great point. If Meg Thee Stallion could twerk at a fucking political thing, why can't we watch UFC there?
That is a very good point. I mean, I think it's cool.
I think it's super cool. Conor McGregor wants to come out of retirement. John Jones literally came out of... Did you see that?
To do it at the White House?
I don't know if John came out for the White House, but he came out of retirement after the announcement. Yes.
Wait, so he's back?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
I hate him. I really do. I love him and I hate him.
He's Brett Favre in it.
He really is. But it's like not working. Everyone's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And then replies and stuff like that. I think our boy Penn Dave was like, shut the fuck up.
I wish he just stayed dead.
Yeah. Andrew Tate said he'd want to fight in that card.
All right, well, I mean, if we're just inviting anybody to the
I
circus,
don't think he'd allow that.
you might as well.
What were you about to say?
No one wants to see Andrew Tate, but I think John Jones heard White House, and I don't know if he thought about the one.
He correlated with something else. Yeah.
So did Conor McGregor.
Yeah, exactly. They're both thinking the same thing.
That's true.
But dude, it's
That's
the
a
off
good
season,
point.
and I've been watching this is the time I'm
be
allowed
fair,
to
it's
watch
probably
anything other than sports. So I have been. There's this former CIA agent Andrew Bramante or some shit like that.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know the
Long
name.
hair.
Yeah.
Dude, listen to him talk about being a fucking real life spy. This is also a perfect situation for you have foreigners coming to the White House in that situation. You have underpaid ass UFC fighters. I think it's perfect. It's like a breeding ground for espionage.
What if the UFC fighters there just all decide to team up and take over the White House?
That'd be
what are you
crazy,
gonna
dude.
do?
John Jones is fucking
I mean,
new president, Homelander shit.
wow. I guess there is a lot that goes into it, but I mean, I'm here for it. I think that'd be cool.
I think it's
What
for
else
sure.
has ever been done at the White House? What do they do at the White House?
Theodore Roosevelt boxed wool.
A bear?
No.
Or a kangaroo? Didn't he fight a kangaroo?
Imagine
That might be
January
more South
6th.
American thing you can box.
No, he boxed the heavyweight champion there.
I thought somebody fought a kangaroo.
Mike Tyson allegedly fought
No,
a
I
kangaroo.
think it was a
For the
president.
Saudis? No, I don't think. No, he's known for the teddy bear, but he didn't fight one. Habib wrestled a bear. What was it?
Hypothetical scenario.
What hypothetical scenario is a president wrestling a fucking bear?
No, it says, AI says, the phrase president fights kangaroo likely refers to the hypothetical scenario or a humorous image rather than an actual event.
So it sounds like it's not a thing at all. It's trying to appease you?
No,
Some bullshit.
but it sounds like other people have looked that up a lot.
Oh, man. You mad packed it today.
I really haven't even mad packed that much. I'm just kind of slap happy today.
I feel you. Me too.
Ooh.
No, that would be fucking sick. I'm not the political affiliation of anything, of any sort aside. I'm a UFC fan, and that thing would be fucking cool.
Yeah. Steve O'Baby says, Spencer, would you like to see midget wrestlers at the White House?
No.
I mean,
Disgusting.
yeah, I think that's whoa, dude. Jesus.
Camera's on you.
Yeah, I think that might be a little too. Dude, my shoulder literally looks like this one's higher than this one.
Dude, you're way high.
Am I tripping or? No.
I don't know, but the CIA guy said if someone's lying, they look to their left typically. If they're telling the truth, they look to their right.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the video of Jeffrey Epstein not killing himself. It was like the 10-hour footage.
Yeah, that shit's weird.
Probably on Tuesday instead of Wednesday.
I'm not too deep into that one, but like the little bit that I do know is kind of crazy.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy. I think I make up enough stuff in my head. Like
a
president fighting a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of Kangaroo Jack. It's a good movie.
I don't think it was.
He fights a person. I think it's Owen Wilson.
No. Wait, yeah, he might be in that one.
I don't know.
I know something Anderson. What's his
Anthony
first name?
Anderson's in it, yeah.
Joey Chestnut's back. Shout out.
Joey Chestnut is back.
So I knew there was like a situation on July 4th or 4th of July where a protester interrupted him while eating. I didn't know he still won the fucking competition when that happened. Did you know that? You ever see the video of the Darth Vader guy come up? Joey Chestnut chokes him out.
Yeah, puts him in chokehold.
And he still won the competition.
Yes, dude.
That's insane.
I mean, that's who he is.
Dude,
that's
he's
what he
fucking
does.
goated.
He's a winner. When you talk about the Mount Rushmore of American athletes, you got to start with Joey Chestnut. Like, it's like Joey Chestnut, Tiger Woods, Michael Phelps, Tom Brady, maybe?
This is a crazy list.
Serena Williams. American athletes.
Diana Taurasi.
He's not really an athlete.
He's not.
He's goated.
He's
an
physically trains his body for competitive events.
Does he? No, how do you know this?
Because I've watched the 30 for 30.
Was he
talks
there's
about
no 30 for 30 on
Yes, there is.
There's a 30 for 30 on Joey Chestnut.
Yes, dude.
They're fucking what? There's so many more things.
He
We do 30 for 30s on.
like
There's no way.
elongates his stomach. He trains his stomach to
How's he
fit
do that?
more by eating a lot of cabbage and doing a lot of like inversion table stuff.
The good, the bad, and the hungry.
Yeah. Joey Chestnut is an athlete. He physically trains for competitive events where there is
I don't
a
think
winner,
someone mentioned
loser.
athlete.
I mean, if you don't, do you consider Tiger Woods an athlete?
This is Spinny. You're gonna give me some heat. Not really.
What?
Like, golf is a game. Like
So is football.
Wait, how do you define like a sport? What's your definition?
So like, all right. So
It's gotta be somebody
So the
opposing
basis
you?
of all this really is like the whole cheerleading thing, right? It's like a
Well,
spectator sport.
I mean,
You're watching. You're
come
scoring.
on, dude. Like, we're talking about eating hot dogs. Or just throwing some broads around.
I guess when I think of the term athlete, I guess they are doing things we can't do. I think of someone athletic, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think of somebody fucking mowing down hot dogs. Although, like, he's amazing at it.
It's
definitely more
physically
of a-
taxing.
Yeah.
It's
And
more
like
of
I
a
said, he trains
spectacle.
for it. He got a 30 for 30. There's not much more you can, like...
No, like that by definition.
He's an athlete.
Yeah. To me, nah.
I don't know, dude.
Like he's not my greatest
he's
American
like,
athlete.
The
Yes,
average
he's all the
I
time.
think it's
Tiger
just...
Woods would be
I think it would be just as hard to be Joey Chestnut as it would to be Michael Jordan.
That's insane.
Yeah, Michael Jordan would be way easier.
I mean, like, think about it. There's
Jump really high.
one guy in the world other than Joey Chestnut that has even been a fraction of what Joey Chestnut is, and that was Kobayashi, and he wasn't what Joey is.
But it's not even the same like pool of like humans. Like
Exactly, it's a smaller pool. There's only like 10 guys
but
ever.
not by like I fucking like I tried this and failed at it. I just never fucking tried this because who the fuck is looking to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
A select
everybody
few.
picked up a basketball and be like, yeah, I'm going.
Everybody's
pro.
eating a hot dog.
Yeah, not
We're eating
competitively.
hot dogs. What are you talking about?
Not competitively.
Oh, dude.
You got to stay? You need to go home?
Yeah, my boy's waiting to come.
All right. Well, actually, one last crazy, wacky ass story before we go to break. So we talked about on the show, Julio Cesar Chavez got deported shortly after fighting Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Dude, he was working for the fucking cartel.
That'll do it.
There's a cartel boss, El Nino, who'd make them fucking they tie up a fucking rival guy.
There was a
El Nino.
There was a UFC fighter named El Nino.
Was it?
I remember we made fun of him a lot because it's the worst UFC name ever. It just
Bad
means
cartel
the 9.
name too.
I heard he was working for Big Pink.
Yeah. Chris wasn't here for that one.
Oh man.
Either way, I'm about to look it up right now.
Intern's already on more inside jokes than you are, Chris.
Would love to be a part of one.
Oh, fuck, dude. I don't know. I gotta stretch a little bit, bro.
Oh yeah. So Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., a former WBC middleweight champion and son of boxing legend Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., was arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement July 2nd, 2025 in Studio City, California. Hold on, let me find the part about the... Boom. El Nini, not El Nino. That's worse.
Way worse.
No, actually, I love that nickname. I think it's great. Keep doing you, brother. Let me find it. Hold on. His connection to the cartel is further tied to his marriage to Frida Munoz, a U.S. citizen previously linked to Edgar Guzman Lorea, the deceased son of Sinaloa cartel leader El Chapo. No way.
Shit goes deep.
Yeah, shit gets deep. Chavez Jr.'s application for lawful permanent residency in 2014 contained alleged fraudulent statements, and he was flagged as a public safety threat. Here it is.
I'm thinking about it.
It claims that Chavez acted as a henchman for the cartel, specifically under the direction of Nestor Perez Salas, alias El Nini. Wiretaps from December 2021 to June 2022 reportedly captured evidence of Chavez Jr. being ordered to beat cartel subordinates who made mistakes, with victims tied up and hanged like a punching bag for him to assault them. So they tie up the fucking henchman that fucked up at the job, and Chavez Sr. or Jr. would come through and beat the fuck out of him.
Well, I mean, you could have worse jobs in the cartel.
You could have worse jobs in the cartel. I actually, through a CIA video, they were doing some crazy shit. That's all I'm going to say.
We had to deport Spenny for what he just did to that wall.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, man, that wall's...
You better wear a condom next time you touch that wall like that, brother.
Buy it a drink first.
Yeah, geez, dude. Yeah, there's some crazy cartel stories. I was listening to that CIA guy literally today.
Speaking of legal troubles,
if you are in illegal troubles,
oh, nice segue,
what
Chris.
do you do, Skywalker?
If you've got a crisis, let Ven point the way. Step 1, verify with details and photos. Step 2, engage your attorney. Step 3, notify your insurance provider. Get justice with Ven Johnson Law.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody...
look at his shoulder.
We mean everybody can get a judgment-free workout. Judgment-free. And remember, high school students, if you're looking to stay in shape, if you got football, if you got soccer, if you got whatever you're doing in the fall, you want to stay in shape, Planet Fitness, you can work out for free all summer long, June 1st through August 31st with the High School Summers Pass. It is free for teens age 14 to 19. Planet Fitness Join-In Club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
What
What, dude?
Luke's got another pro comp.
Oh, where? Says Luke looks like the bad guy from the first Incredible movie.
That's propaganda.
Syndrome?
There's no relation.
I don't see syndrome.
Take the glasses off.
No. No.
It was so funny.
It's still funny.
I'll still count it.
I'll give it to you. Brock Lesnar is funny.
Yeah.
But
Who said Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar for sure. I can see.
No one said that one. He's throwing up. John Jones.
Luke, you should-
I'll take it.
Luke, you should marry Brock Lesnar's daughter and create super children that all look exactly the same.
I don't know if I got that in me. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair.
Who's this guy? He's compared me to Michael B. Jordan. So
Yeah, fuck, dude. Somebody just said I look like Brad Pitt. What?
gross.
Yeah. Shit, guys. I mean, whoa, dude.
Damn.
Damn. Looks great.
It looks phenomenal. Amazing.
Always does.
Shout out to the Tiger Cubs. Got called up to Erie.
Yeah, Tiger Cubs
Young
moving
cats.
up. You like to see that.
McGonagall, Clark, and Brasino.
The big three, yeah, moving up to Double-A. You love to see that because, like, I was talking about with these prospects that you're cultivating, with guys that you have in your system for a while, guys that you draft or guys that you sign real young, how they navigate through the system is they'll spend some time in Single-A, move up to Double-A. That's where you spend a bulk of your time. A year, a little bit less than a year. Triple-A is not for young guys to develop. AAA is for rehab starts, guys that are struggling to get sent down and get their confidence back, or these young guys, they do the bulk of their work in AA, you send them up to AAA for 2 weeks, and then boom, they're in the show.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the big stop. It is going to be AA Erie for these three guys. Obviously,
That's why it's exciting, man.
feel bad for the Whitecaps because they just got gutted. Like the three best players in the league all just went to Double-A at the same time. But no, you love to see it. You love to see that they're moving together, that they're going to be sticking around together. It's much like what Riley and Torque did when they were going through the minor leagues. So yeah, I love to see it. They all deserved it, and hopefully they keep the bats hot in Double-A.
The Erie Sea Wolves. What is a sea wolf in Michigan?
I think a president fought that one time.
I'm pretty sure President fought one.
Like sea wolf, like it's in
Is a
Michigan.
sea
So there's
wolf
no
a real
sea.
thing?
Yeah,
A sea wolf can refer to several things: a mythical creature, a type of fish, a Navy submarine, and a college sports team.
So what is their mascot? Do they have a mascot?
It's an actual wolf. The mythical creature. In some Northwest Coast Native American cultures, particularly among the Haida and the Tlingit, sea wolf
You just made those words
is a
up.
mythical creature with the head of a wolf and the fins of an orca. That's pretty fucking cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, not gonna lie. If that's what it is. That's pretty fucking badass. It appears in legends as a subject of art, like in Argyle carvings. Orcas are sometimes nicknamed sea wolves due to their social hunting habits and strength.
This mascot would be so much funnier if they gave him fucking orca fins.
I,
Unfortunately, he has hands. Well, shout out to them. I just
Luke
like
is
you.
literally Titan from Megamind, says Shad216.
I just
Oh
don't
my
see it.
god, that's a
Oh,
good
come on.
one.
That's a good comp.
That's a good comp.
We gotta pull a picture up.
Yeah, grab a picture of Titan, Chris, whenever you can.
Also, shout out to
Megamind
whoever's-
is a great movie.
Megamind's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Like I feel like it's kind of underrated to be
It is
honest.
very
with you.
underrated.
Nobody ever talks about it. I love Will Ferrell though too.
Yeah, Will Ferrell's great.
But the story it was great too.
Yeah.
Like the guy. I don't
Good
want to.
redemption arc.
I don't want
It's good.
no spoilers for anybody, but yeah.
What, did you look it up and you see it?
Megamind's a great movie. I know what they're talking about. I don't know if I see it.
All right, that's fair.
I don't know if I see it.
Yeah, but this Brock Lesnar one. Who keeps
I'd
putting that in
probably
there?
say-
Yeah. Oh, jeez, Jean-Claude Van Damme. What the hell, guys?
Neck down, I'm for sure Titan. I don't know about the face.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
have to pull it.
Waist down.
Shout out.
Waist down, I'm Ron Jeremy. No.
Shout the Shad. That's super
All
chat.
right, here's the cop.
Here's the comp.
Neck down, I'm probably.
Here's
Hell
the
yeah.
cop. So first we'll show the rook.
Neck
All right.
down.
Nice.
All
Nice.
Titan.
Jesus.
You butchered me
Oh,
with the photo.
man.
Yeah, no.
Man, you picked a horrible picture on that one.
Horrible picture.
Can you make that
He
face
doesn't
for us?
have red hair. It's got to be a thumbnail. No, I don't really see that.
525. I think Chris chose the worst possible picture because they hate it.
Chris trying to do
Anyone
me
that can beat
so
him up, he
dirty.
just shits on. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I get one inside joke, and now Chris
Yeah,
Here's
jeez.
something.
Enjoy while
Chris.
you have it, kid.
Can we see Titan one more time?
Yeah,
I
can we
promise
see
him.
Titan one more
I just want to
time?
see this face he was making.
I did grab the goofy one.
Yeah, dude. All right, moving on.
Maybe if you have blonde hair.
Was your hair red as a kid?
No, always been blonde.
It's blonde. It's kind of brown. Dirty blonde. Is that what they call that?
No, it's blonde as hell.
Yeah,
That is not
green.
blonde.
It's blonde.
Blonde is yellow.
That is yellow.
We
That
gotta
is
get a
not
chap-
yellow.
Gotta get a chapel.
Is it the light?
It's the
Dude, that's not
His
blonde.
hair is blonde.
That's light brown.
No, it's not.
Chris, help me
Gaslighting.
out here.
Gaslighting. What?
Do you think his hair is blonde or brown?
I think it's blonde.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a natural blonde.
That's
Eazy.
blonde to you?
That is blonde to everybody. That's just blonde
That is
hair.
not blonde to everybody.
What do you mean? Yes, it is.
Sydney Sweeney's blonde.
It's closer to
That's
red.
the same
It's closer
color
to red
hair
than
as Sydney
brown.
Sweeney.
It's
I
closer
feel
to
like
red
it's
than
pretty
brown
blonde.
to me.
I've never had anybody in my life tell me it's brown.
No, because it's
light
not.
brown.
It's blonde hair. I got brown
dude,
hair.
that's blonde.
Easy. What color is your
His
hair?
hair's not that color.
It's blonde. Bless you. That's like platinum blonde.
That's blonde. I typed in blonde.
He's blonde.
He's dirty blonde or something. That's not blonde.
I'd say dirty blonde.
Maybe.
Probably.
A little bit.
Yeah, blonde's like
After a few drinks.
straight yellow. Wait, what?
Chris said after a few drinks.
Oh man, this is going nowhere. All
People are
right.
saying ginger. He's not ginger.
I
See,
said- I
it kinda-
said
it kinda
Spencer,
looks- it looks like
do you
that,
agree
yeah.
It
It
looks
he's
more
closer
red
to
than
that?
blonde or brown. No, it
Yeah, it
doesn't.
doesn't look
Do you
that
agree
blonde.
that he's closer to ginger than he is brown, though? I do.
I don't think he's close to either.
I think I'm just
Yeah, I
blonde.
think you're
I
looking
think
ginger
he's.
than
I
blonde.
think he's just as
I think-
ginger
You know what?
as he is
I
brown.
think he's blonde.
I'm gonna call in a
I think he's blonde.
hairstylist.
I
Yeah,
put
that's what I'm
ginger
gonna
too.
Yeah, do that.
They're gonna be like, yeah, he's got
They do
blonde
hair.
hair.
All right.
All right.
Pizza bet.
Let's go to break. We'll come back with the deliberation on Luke's hair color. But first, tell us about Gold Crown.
Gold crown, guys. Was not ready for
I
this
didn't know
one.
who had it. I was
Thanks,
looking
Smitty. Great job by you. Listen, they got the concentrates. Pretty much, I'll tell you what it is. They got the jesters that are infused pre-rolls. They got the concentrates. They got the, what are you doing? The hash rosin, the gummies. Yeah, but the biggest thing they're pushing right now is the crown jewels. Smoke like royalty. Get Gold Crown.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters. Woodward Sports.
Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC has deals for everybody. A 2025 Envision Preferred All-Wheel Drive, $259 per month. 2025 Hummer EV SUV, $699 per month. Or a 2025 Sierra Double Cab Elevation, $169 per month. Go to letsstanford.com or scan that QR code to see their inventory. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. Let's Stanford together. Let's drive.
All right. You ready? I texted Jane, waiting on that response. But in the meantime, I asked ChatGPT.
Is Luke drawn?
I'm going to read you verbatim.
Dude, you sent them a picture?
Yeah.
You sent AI a picture of
crazy.
it.
And now knows his blood type and everything.
He's doxing you.
I said, what color hair is this? It says, the person's hair in the image appears to be light brown
Wait, what's the picture?
with some golden or dirty blonde highlights. The lighting may slightly enhance the brightness, but overall it falls between light brown and dark blonde.
Yeah, it's just not true.
What picture did you use?
I took a screenshot from the show.
Luke, take your headset off. Come up here in the good light. Come up here with
Come sit next to Papa Spinning.
Come sit on Papa's lap.
Come sit on my lap.
No, because it looks a little dark in the booth, but when we get it in the
That's
light,
not blonde, dude.
It is blonde.
That's light brown as fuck.
That is blonde.
That is not, you are out of your mind
Here,
if you think
just
that's
come
blonde.
right next to me right here.
That is light brown.
That's blonde hair.
Brother, it's not blonde at all. Blonde is like yellow.
Look at go up to Eazy. Go up to Eazy. So
This
he
is
can
light
see.
brown hair.
You're telling me that's not yellow hair?
The closest blonde you get is dirty blonde. Turn your head. Dude, that's not blonde.
That is blonde,
is
dude.
not- you're
What
out
are
of
you
your mind.
talking about?
I'm touching him. Yeah. Put my fingers in his mouth.
I don't know, man. Whatever.
All right. Well, I'm waiting on Jane. Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on sports.com. Me's my Spin Reaction. Chris, no Nicholas Koloff. He's a sellout. We got Skywalker, the light brown, dirty blonde in the building. So there's a like button, be your friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Fucking yesterday was the best Tigers game since September last year when they sealed the deal against the White Sox.
It was fun.
That was fucking awesome, especially because the Cleveland, I'm going to call them the Browns, the Guardians, have been a pain in our arse. Knocked you out the playoffs last year. You get your revenge series at home while you're the number one team. Still the number one team, by the way. But while you're the number one team, they beat you in that series. And then they also have, like, bad guys. Like, I hate Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan's
I
a villain.
respect him, but I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
He doesn't hit for power. He just hits you. He makes great catches. He's just very consistent. I hate Stephen Kwan. And there's also another bad guy named J. Ram. And J. Ram I may hate forever because of a Twitter experience I had this weekend. But yeah, we beat the Guardians in the fucking best way.
Yeah.
7 runs. I'm sorry. Yeah, 7 runs. You 2 outs. And Jason Benetti called it.
Yeah.
He spoke into existence. He's like, it could be a wild pitch. McKinney Street get him that way. It happened. You tie it up. You go to the 10th, and you put up 6 on them. 2 home runs. Shout out to Sweeney, by the way.
Shout out to Sweeney.
And shout out to Riley. Riley, who hadn't got a hit on the Browns. Yeah, I want to keep doing that.
Guardians.
The Guardians all year.
All year, his first hit. Yeah, it was a home run in the 10th inning. You love to see that. You love to see Scooble go out there and dominate. Just another outing, another 7 innings of shutout ball with double-digit strikeouts and less than 2 hits. Like the guy, I think he had 3 hits. The guy is just a monster, and you love to see the Tigers win this way. Obviously, you would have liked it to not have to squeak it out. Like, you would have liked to get some runs a little earlier so that you wouldn't have to sweat it out there in the 10th inning. But A.J. Hinch manufactured the run to tie the game, putting in Z-Mac there to have him run for Torkelson, and then obviously the pass ball leading to a score and leading to them tying it on Emmanuel Clase. And then you bring in Cade Smith, and that kid is...
That too.
Yeah, that guy...
He got you last time out.
Oh, the guy is notoriously insane. And obviously this was his first... I don't know if this was his first time back after the injury, but he's new coming back after the injury, and you just jump all over him. Trey Sweeney to left field, then you have Veerling to left field, and then Riley Green to left field. And you love to see the Tigers take advantage, sweeping the Guardians, growing that lead in the Central even more. It was a beautiful weekend for the Detroit Tigers, and it was an awesome way to cap out a great season against somebody that, like you said, has had your number. They've been a thorn in your side, as some people say, for a long time, especially Riley Green, your superstar. He doesn't have a hit against them, and they're a division rival.
Doesn't matter who's pitching.
Yeah. So
And then first one he gets, home run. Bombed it.
yeah.
Yeah, the other thing, too, is, like, they've been doing this all season. They may lose a series. The next series are back up. And I appreciate that about them, too. Where I had a little bit more of an interesting conversation is the Twitter world. And you were there, too, by the way. And you were there.
I fucking dropped the grenade and ran.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. I'm unfollowing you.
I won, dude. I did not think it was going to be that.
It's all right. So going into that series against a team that's kind of been a pain in your ass.
Yep.
You're coming off a national series. You just fired their manager, by the way. Although they beat the Tigers, whatever. Still suck. But it put 9+ on you 2 games in a row.
Pitching staff was struggling. Yes.
All right, so the Olsen game. I put out a tweet after Olsen's bombed the J-Ram, and I was like, I don't remember what I said specifically, but it's somewhere along the lines of
Tigers need a starting pitcher.
Yeah, I haven't been bought in on the starting pitcher talk, but after today, I'm kind of getting there. Again, mind you, this is the first inning, like a live tweet, not after the game, before everybody wants to, like, go say some shit afterward. You had your reaction, like, live. Like, yours validated. But anybody waited a fucking 24 hours to say something, suck my dick from the back. So your fucking nose gets in my ass. I don't get a little hairs in there. Don't even care. But again, context. 9+ runs, back-to-back games. That happens in the first inning. On top of that, too, dude, the fucking Guardians suck on offense.
Yeah, not a great offense this year.
But they did do well. Mize did well. Olsen did well. Obviously, Scoop does what Scoop does.
Yep.
But I still think beyond that, Montero, Gibson Long,
Flaherty.
Ends. Yeah, and Flaherty got questions about. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We can't use a starting pitcher? Like, why am I a bad guy for saying we need a starting pitcher? That was fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, it definitely spiraled out of control there, and people were coming back to dunk 3 days later.
I'll take the $60 on Twitter, though, by the way. Thank you guys.
Shout out Twitter. Yeah, shout out. Could they use a starting pitcher? Sure. I'm not going to say they could. I don't think it should be their first priority, but if you think they should, I'm not going to kill you for it. Like you said, you don't know what Reese Olson is going to be. Obviously, he looked good in his first start after the injury, but there's still some issue there. Do you trust Casey Mize to be the number 2 starter in a World Series team?
If he's there.
If he's there, maybe. If he's throwing, yeah. I mean, again, he has not shown that he can consistently do this. So it's not crazy to say that there's a question mark there. And then Jack Flaherty is – he got the strikeout game back a little bit in his last outing, but still gave up some runs. But it's not like their pitching staff or their starting pitching staff is nailed down. You like the performance from Olsen. Yeah. You like the performance from Casey Mize over the past couple games that he's pitched. So hopefully they can keep that up, and then it won't be a thing where you're looking for a starting pitcher at the deadline. Yeah. But no, I don't think it's crazy to say that they need that. But like I said, could they use a starting pitcher? Sure, you could say that, but I'm not going to say giving up a home run to Jose Ramirez is why.
Yeah, and by the way, like Olsen looked phenomenal the rest of the game.
He did. Pitched well.
2.89 ERA. Like I'm totally fine with that. It wasn't an Olsen attack. It was, hey, we need another starting pitcher.
Yeah.
Because I got to be honest with you about Olsen. He had, the shoulder injury last year, the finger injury this year. Like he's halfway on the same path as Mize a little bit too.
Yeah, no, and I think if you asked a lot of those people, like, do you want a starting pitcher at the deadline, a majority of them would say yes.
And that's what pissed me off. Like, Jed specifically sucked my dick from the back.
Yeah.
Like, you're the biggest piece of shit for that. Like, I next time you come to town, let's do a charity event, you know? Maybe do a little boxing around. Nick's your ears off or something like that. But that's bullshit.
I mean, yeah.
Especially the day previously, he has a tweet saying he wants a fucking starting pitcher.
Yeah. There's a vast majority of Tigers Twitter people that are extremely negative at all times about everything that's happening, and then when somebody else shows a little bit of negativity, they try to jump on them.
Even in my tweet, I was like, I haven't been on the board starting pitcher, but now I'm kind of getting there.
Twitter's not a real place.
Yeah, take a break.
Like I said, if your whole thing, if your whole personality is you're a Twitter guy, you're probably a douchebag. Twitter is a terrible place full of terrible people, but it's funny. I enjoy spending time there, but you can't take anything that they say seriously. But like I said, if you say you want a starting pitcher at the deadline, I'm not going to be mad at you. Would I like them to shore up their starting rotation? Sure. Is that my number one priority? No, probably not. I'm still looking at a right-handed bat as the number one priority.
Yeah, that part's getting real tough too, because like, if you ask me now, before we even had the conversation to show starting pitcher, reliever, or righty, I'd always been righty. But now, after like the National Series specifically, I'm proud of the boys for performing against the Guardians. Again, the Guardians' offense fucking sucks. They're on a 10-game losing streak after that series. Like, I don't want to be that. Same thing we talked about Casey Mize when they said Casey Mize was number 2, and they're like, oh yeah, he's killing it this year. They looked at who he plays, like, oh well.
Yeah, it's if you say you're not comfortable with Casey Mize being the number 2 starter on a World Series team, nobody has any right to criticize you for saying that. That is a very sane thing to say. And if you're all in and you believe he's going to stay healthy and pitch like he has the past couple starts for the rest of the year, sure. I can't say I'm there with you, but
yeah, I think. And by the way, too, like, not that we're not enjoying the season, loving the season, loving Scoob, loving McKinstry's season. That's kind of dope to see a CMU guy, like a small name guy. Javi's comeback's been remarkable.
Yeah.
Torque, like there's multiple. Torres. It's all been amazing. No one's not enjoying the season. I'm just saying specifically in a situation where our ownership's kind of cheap.
Yeah.
And this is probably the closest you'll be for that type of spending. I think you should go in and make it happen.
Yeah, and somebody that knows more baseball than anybody here or anybody in the Woodward Sports Chat.
Nick Cole.
Dan Dickerson was on Ermanni and Edwards today and said if the Tigers are serious about winning a World Series, they need to add at the deadline.
So say what specifically?
They need to make their team better.
And they do.
And yeah, they do. And if you disagree with that, you're stupid because that's what baseball is.
Like winning the World Series, you're more than likely probably going to be seeing the Dodgers there. You're going to need some firepower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Flew in from the 80s, girl. What up?
Oh, I missed it. Luke, you're a baseball
like
guy.
Steven Tyler a little bit.
Dude, he performed last night.
Surprised he's not dead.
He was moving pretty good.
Real quick before we get to Luke, Dante151 in the super chat.
Shout out.
He says the Pistons Summer League roster has been released, and a couple of things to note. Marcus Sasser is not in the rotation of the summer games, and TJ Bickerstaff is the nephew of the head coach Bickerstaff. Is he?
What gave it away?
The way you said that was so funny.
Yeah, wait.
That was a big reveal.
Is he coaching? And on this week, who's the nephew of JB Bickerstaff? The choices are Stephen Jones or TJ Bickerstaff. Find out the big reveal. No, is he coaching or is he playing for the team?
I actually don't know, so give me a second to confirm
He
that.
actually follows me on Twitter. Shout out. He did post a couple weeks ago.
Shout out TJ Bickerstaff.
He's like, news coming. He did one of those things.
Hell yeah,
So
dude.
news, so
Shout
yeah.
out. That's cool. Summer
out
League,
TJ.
yeah. Nobody really cares about Summer League, so you just want to see the...
I'm not going to lie, dude. I'm gross. I'm going to watch it.
I'm going to watch it.
I'm ready to overreact.
I want to see Ron Holland.
You guys ready to overreact, huh? How's Henry Ellenson's career going? I'm excited to see Ron
I
Holland.
didn't like this. Honestly, I didn't like that Summer League. I didn't overreact to that one either. The one I did overreact to, Stanley Johnson. When he got that triple-double, I was like,
Stanley,
there we go. We got one, boys.
KCP, even though he turned out to be like a solid NBA player, like I thought he was him.
And
KCP.
2K, Stanley Johnson was my six-man point guard off the bench, and I fucking went to work.
Steve O'Baby in the Woodward Sports Chat says, Spencer, Rob Parker must be shitting himself right now about his Yankees. Yeah, a lot of the other teams in the league, the best teams in the league, are falling on some rough times, but the Tigers just keep on winning series. That's awesome. And they are now I believe they're the best team in the league because the Dodgers lost last night, I think. So
Yeah, they are.
you love to see that. We're going to come back. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about
A little more baseball news.
a little more baseball. All right, let's go. Let's do baseball first.
Always switch it up. I don't
He's
care.
on the Kings summer roster, summer league roster.
Oh, okay.
TJ
Nice.
Bickerstaff.
Oh.
Shout out TJ Bickerstaff.
Well, I still
shout
got the other cousin, then, I guess. Because that's not the one.
Let's go to break. Tell us about White Claw.
Or nephew.
Calling all Tigers fans, join Spencer and Eazy for our final stop on our tour on
Pull
Friday,
up.
July 11th at the second best bar in Detroit. Be part of the fun and see our reactions live on Woodward Sports Network to one of the hottest teams in baseball. It's the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ben Johnson.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo.
Ah.
You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. The original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them, and that's not very nice.
The bad boys of Detroit sports media are here. We won't back down. We are Woodward Sports, Detroit's #1 sports network.
Attention, sports fans. Don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit him at MichiganSportsandSpine.com or give him a call at 248-426-9944.
What up, though? Welcome back. Whatever it's live on sports.com. Means my more reaction. Chris, no Nicholas Koloff. He's a sellout. We got Skywalker in the building. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Caleb Zarnick in the Woodward Sports chat.
Shout out.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds like he likes rubbing tugs.
Yeah. My biggest
I
want.
thought we were talking about it again.
Yeah, you could sense it.
My biggest want for the Tigers is a middle reliever, but I can totally understand if people have a starter or right-handed. He loves the relief. He's a starter or a right-handed bat as their #1 priority. Hopefully they get all three. Maz told me this morning, I asked him as well, we had the conversation. He said he thinks they get all three. Is that realistic?
No.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, there's no way.
I don't think it's realistic.
That's a lot of maneuvering.
I don't think it's realistic to expect three players. I think they'll get a bat, and I think they'll get a relief pitcher.
I can see that.
I don't think they're going to go after a starter.
I think that'd be easy to do.
Yeah.
Like you have to stir up the farm too much.
It wouldn't be anything crazy.
Starter would be harder.
Thyron Lorenzo is a very expendable piece that you can use. Hao Yu Lee is another expendable piece that you can use to get a guy like that. I'm still looking at Eugenio Suarez and seeing what it would cost to bring him back. Mm-hmm. Guy's got 30 bombs this year, like already.
Yeah.
I would definitely take that. Pause. Cabrian Hayes is.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that a little bit later.
Who they are mentioned to want, and I don't get it.
Dude, I look at the numbers are awful.
Yeah,
he's a righty. I know he's great defensively.
He's a great defensive player at third base.
Offensively, he's ass.
He's not great.
Like bad.
He had a good year in 2023.
Golden Glove, right?
Yeah, and he was pretty good from behind the plate too. But I want to look at his advanced stats and see if maybe it's.
Go ahead. I'm gonna ask Luke why you're doing that. What is your #1 need for this team? Or even is there one? Are they good how there is?
We need to get a pitcher. Like, I feel like it would be
starter or reliever.
I think reliever. I feel like it would just be a really missed opportunity for them not to pick up a pitcher just to save some money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this team could be great for a long time, and I think they should drop the bag and get another pitcher.
Damn.
That's what I think.
Like a 4-man or like what? 2-man?
How many men?
Like World Series in mind when you're making the decision. Many men.
That's hard. I'd probably go 4.
Yeah. If Mize and Olsen, if they're healthy, like they could be your guy.
Yeah.
Flaherty literally was the guy, the #2 guy in a championship situation last year. It's just he's looking kind of rough now. But he looked kind of rough the Dodgers that back half season too.
Yeah. I don't know. And honestly, compared, you watch Scooble play and then you watch these other pitchers, and it's hard to just even look good next to Scooble, I feel like.
Yeah. They did this weekend though, goddamn.
Mm-hmm. There's really nothing here.
For Brian.
There's nothing. I'm looking at his whiff percentage.
He's a righty. You know?
I'm looking at his barrel percentage. I'm looking at his hard hit percentage, his splits against righties and lefties. There's nothing here that stands out that would be like, all right, he's going to be the difference in your offense.
Dude, he's like a 585 OPS. Or something there, like 585 or 590.
Yeah, and it's not even like he's this super base stealing threat either. He's good on the bases, but
he got 10 bases at Gold Glove year.
Yeah.
There's not. I was looking this up, but there's not like a buyout market like there is in the NBA, right? Where you can kind of get somebody that's just a little bit
no
substance.
salary cap. So.
Yeah, so you might as well just keep.
I mean, we did it with Montero.
Yeah,
or not Montero. I'm sorry.
There's waivers, and we claimed a player off waivers already.
Yeah,
you're not
Dominican fucking fireball.
You're not going to get anybody that's worth a shit off waivers. Yeah. So yeah, they're talking about Cabrian Hayes. I don't really see it.
But this is also Nightingale who said they would be all in on Bregman if that became a thing. Which, I mean, what are they doing right now, actually?
I have no idea. And there's still the trade deadline is the 31st, I believe, so you still got a month of baseball left before teams really have to start making decisions on whether they're going to sell off these pieces or what they're going to do. I do believe the Tigers are going to get somebody. I think they're going to get multiple players, but we'll see.
Danny G says, we need a Japanese pitcher. Every World Series contender needs a Japanese dude.
I'm good.
Your last one.
Last one didn't work out too well.
I got food poisoning last time. Yeah, I'm kind of good on that one too. Oh well, I mean, if there's one out there.
If there's one out there, yeah, I'm not just going after a guy specifically because he's Japanese, but if he's
anyone, absolutely not happening.
Disgusting.
This is America's pastime. Damn it. No, I don't see how Ke'Bryan Hayes would be the answer. If they added Ke'Bryan Hayes at the deadline and were like,
it'd be a head scratcher.
Our offense is good now. I'd be like, okay.
If they added Ke'Bryan Hayes, it would just prove to me how much of a cheap ass Mr. Chris is.
I think right now,
Illich.
You have 3 guys that can play third base that'd be a better option behind the plate than Ke'Bryan Hayes.
By the way, we're not even doing bad at third base right now.
Vierling, McKinstry, and Baez. I think all 3 of them would be a better option than Ke'Bryan Hayes.
I think Baez is awesome at third base.
Yeah. And no, he's a great fielder, but like we're not looking to add a fielder at third base. We're looking to add a guy who can hit to this lineup.
Honestly, when I watch, which has been a lot this year, I mean, honestly, probably almost every game, the only concern in field is wherever the fuck Colt Keith is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty solid. I'm not even tripping over the third base stuff anymore. All righty, yes. Third base specifically,
Cartier says we should trade for Ohtani for real. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
You can call LA and see if they're answering calls on old Shohei.
Oh, LA.
Hey, I know you guys have a once-in-a-lifetime pitcher you just signed to an insane contract that stretched over 57 years.
Possibly maybe the greatest baseball player ever.
Yeah, how do you feel about Max Clark?
Caleb Zarnik against as a starter that will eat innings and keep the pen fresh for October would be amazing.
Yeah.
And honestly, Montero, he was that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a guy you need. If you're just looking for an inning eater, I don't know if that's a guy you trade for. I think that would be a guy you.
Do you think SGL could become that?
Yeah, I could see that, him or Montero. I don't know. They're going to do something. You're not the best team in the league, and then you don't do anything at the deadline. They're going to add pieces to make their team better, but that's what the Ke'Bryan Hayes part confuses me. Is I think that would be making your team worse. If you bring in Ke'Bryan Hayes and you either give up or take away at bats from guys like Zach McKinstry, Vierling, or Javi Baez, I think that makes your offense worse.
Unless you play shortstop, plays with Sweeney, but then there's only one.
Yeah, really. Sweeney's really the only person on your roster right now that Ke'Bryan Hayes is better than.
Yeah.
So that's not I'm looking for a step up. And I understand maybe Scott Harris sees something there. He does have a good hard hit rate. Like he's got his barrel rate is kind of mid, but his hard contact rate is pretty good. So maybe that's what they're looking at. Maybe they think they can tap into something in that 2023 year where he was pretty damn good at the plate. He wasn't great, but he was pretty good. You know what he's going to be at third base defensively, but I'm not looking to bring on a redemption project as your prized possession of a World Series aspiration season at the deadline. Like I'm a team that I think the Tigers should and do believe that they have a chance to make and win the World Series.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're bringing in a guy that's like, hey, I can fix him when you're trying to add to your arsenal to win a World Series right now. Like,
yeah. And I know the offense could be questionable because of what last year was, but I think Green's taking a step up. Not McGonigal, but Dingler's there now.
Yep.
Like a lot of the young guys you brought up, Torres,
Javi.
Very consistent. Javi, like I think I'm at a place now with the offense and I'm comfortable. I'm kind of leaning towards the pitching, whether it's a bullpen guy or guys that eat up innings. I'm totally on board with that. Not mad at all 3, by the way. If you pick any 2, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. But I think a bat's got to be one of them.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Righty specifically?
Righty specifically.
DNG says, but now imagine Baez at third base, but instead he's Japanese.
Yeah. That'd be pretty crazy, honestly. Javier Baez.
I hope fucking Cleveland trades Steven Kwan at the deadline.
I do too.
That'd be pretty fucking awesome.
I hope Cleveland trades everybody and they just dissolve into nothing because I fucking hate the Guardians.
How did we play the Jays rivalry weekend and not the Guardians?
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Who did they play?
The Twins, I think. I don't know. But yeah, Blue Jays. We just did a whole little powwow with the Blue Jays.
All-Star,
yeah, you don't do that with your rivals, bud. Like, yeah, no, we definitely Guardians should have been our. I don't think I hate a baseball team more than the Guardians, other than the Yankees.
I'm with you. Before we close this one up, for the All-Star selections, our reserves. What?
Cartier says, "Can Javi heal from transracial surgery before in time for the playoffs?"
I want to make a joke, but it's super racist. No Tiger alternates. Are we mad, McKinstry or Torque?
I'm a little upset.
For both?
I'm a little upset for both. You can make a case for both. I think Torque probably deserved it a little bit more.
But doesn't MLB do one from every team, right? They at least grab one or something like that?
Yeah, but the A's don't need two.
Oh,
The A's got their third baseman who deserved to start. I can't remember his name, but he's got like the second best batting average in the MLB. And Brent Rooker. And Brent Rooker, like, he's a good player, and his stats are deserving of an All-Star game, probably, but you don't give the A's two All-Stars. They give
that's crazy.
I think
alternates.
One's a starter who deserved it. He deserved it 100%.
Yeah.
Rooker's an alternate who, like I said, if you look at Brent Rooker's stats, he's performing like an all-star. Yeah. So, does he look like it? Sure, but the A's don't deserve two all-stars.
First base numbers, Torque could have been.
I think Torque should have made it. Yes, if you look at his first base numbers in the American League, he's top 3 in pretty much everything. He had a bad couple of weeks, but now he's back. His past few weeks, he's been back up to an over 900 OPS over the past 2 weeks. So, yeah, I think Torque deserved it. Also, or McKinstry.
Also in a comfortable place with him, too.
Yeah.
Like, he's seen, like, different pitches. People are throwing at him different. He's still smacking them every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like,
he made good adjustments mid-season to continue his swing. And
he's matured.
I think Torque should have done it. The shortstop for the A's. Yeah, shortstop, third base, whatever he was.
You forgot their name. It reminded me this weekend that I guess I don't know if this is real or not. Actually, it could be a totally fake article. I just saw it scrolling through Twitter. But I guess Trump forgot the prime minister's name of Japan, so he said, "Mr. Japan."
There's no way, dude. Am I literally Donald Trump? Call Mr. Piston. Like, I do that all the time. He called him Mr. Japan. I'm here with the esteemed Mr. Japan. You can tell because of the Japanese-ness of him.
Would be a great third baseman for the Tigers.
Great baseball over there in Japan. How about that Shohei Ohtani stud?
I guess
it's kind of crazy.
Is it true they're like hardcore offense over there? It's just like slugging it.
Oh yeah, dude. Japan they're building super soldiers. Like,
that's sick.
They've got this kid in the Little League who's like 6'5".
How's that kid doing with the Dodgers?
He's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Imanaga. Yeah, he's good.
They should have cut my out of the day we didn't get him. You failed the one thing we brought you in here to do.
I know, Imanaga's for the Cubs. What was the kid for the Dodgers? LA Dodgers.
Now she needs to know. It's about your hair.
Japanese.
It's clearly blonde.
Dude, that's dirty blonde at best.
There's not even like an argument.
It's clearly Brock Lesnar blonde.
All right.
It's clearly Titan brown.
Yeah, Yamamoto. Yeah, he's pitching really well. Sasaki, I don't know if he's doing well.
That's what I was wondering about. We'll find out during the break. We got to go to break. Tell us about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's, Sasaki's not doing great. Gave up five earned runs his last start. But he's a rookie.
Yeah.
So, Lady Jane's haircuts for men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. Lady Jane's haircuts for men open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Hey, it's Stick from Woodward Sports. I'm out here at the Feldman shop, of course, because they are #1 people. And the Ineos Grenadier, that's the new car that they got. But I got my man here, the Sun God. I'm not lying. His name is Amon-Ra.
Yes, sir.
He sold me a car.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? Come see us out here, baby. We in Waterford. We got the pre-owns all day. We got the Grenadiers, and we got new Chevys all day. Whatever you need, we got you.
Yeah, and I went with this one. I like it. 2023 Durango. It's used. Only got like 30,000 miles on it. And this guy, man, I was like, listen, this is my price. You either make it happen or I'm out of here.
Easy.
You know what he did? Went to his boss. He's like, I'm making this happen for this guy. Came back, threw the contract on the table. Now I'm in the whip.
Yes, sir. Sign, drive, 0 down, easy money all day.
All right, Feldman, what's the address here? Do you know?
5300 Highland Road, Waterford, Michigan, 48327. Open until 6 o'clock every weekday except 9 o'clock on Mondays and Thursdays. It's 4 o'clock on Saturdays. Only day we're not here for you is Sunday. Every other day we're here to get it done, baby.
And his legit name is Amon-Ra. I'm not lying. It was destined. It was meant to be. Woodward Sports found this guy. So thank you very much, man. Enjoying the car, and the kid likes it too. It's nice and safe.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Looking to make a bet on the Tigers World Series? Go see my guy, Mr. Caesar. Down at Caesar Sports. Scan the QR code or go to CaesarSportsbook.com. Use promo code Woodward1000 to get up to $1,000 back on your first bet if your first bet loses. If you guys are having a gambling addiction, make sure you hit the gambling hotline to fix your problems. Don't up like Malik Beasley. What up? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm
Is that Mr. Caesar?
Head on down to Buddy's. Go see my guy, Mr. Buddy.
That's who Malik Beasley is placing bets with. Mr. Caesar.
What up? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Small Reaction. Chris. No Nicholas Koloff. He's a Tigers game. We are with the Strawberry Blonde.
Yeah, we had Alyssa come in during the commercial. And she walked in. I told her, go check it out. Go in the booth and look. And the first thing she says, it's fucking blonde. It's blonde as fuck.
But then she texted and said strawberry blonde.
Yeah, I think she's just doing that to make you feel better.
Either way, it's blonde.
She do a lot of other things to make me feel
Hell
better.
yeah, brother.
Yeah, we're going ginger for sure. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We do have some football news for you. ESPN, I forgot that the guy who wrote it. I apologize about that one. But they polled the Zex, scouts, and coaches on the top 10 running backs.
Execs,
they're gonna do,
okay.
Yeah, what do you think? I said sex?
I don't know.
What word? Did you say kangaroo?
President around here somewhere.
You said they wrestled the kangaroos?
They pulled the kangaroos. Which president do you think will whoop your ass?
Oh, man. They polled the NFL execs, scouts, and coaches. There may be more of these to come. I only saw this one specifically, but it was the running back position.
Okay.
And they ranked them based on average where everyone had them. And Jahmyr Gibbs came in at number 3. You've been calling him the best running back in the league. How you feeling about that information?
Who's ahead of him? Derrick Henry and Saquon?
I just sent you the list, Chris. If you want to get up at some point what I'm talking about, I'll read it out loud. According to NFL execs, coaches, and scouts, Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the league.
No, I'm not mad at that.
I got to agree, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty fair.
I got to agree.
Just
from the workload, the production, I mean, all the above.
And here's the full
number
he
2
can handle
on the
a
list.
load. Saquon can handle a load.
Yeah. And number 2 at the list, too. Like, honestly, based off resume and what he did last year, I'm also not mad at Dick Henry being number 2.
Derrick Henry is rapidly approaching, like, top 5 running backs of all time.
It's insane the run he's on.
Yeah.
He's got to be on steroids. I'm just kidding. But bro, what the fuck?
He's never, if you look back at his high school stats, too, in high school one year, he had like 3,000 yards and 40 touchdowns or something like that.
If it's not us, I hope it's the Ravens. Not even for Lamar, for Derrick Henry.
I like Derrick Henry a lot.
He deserves it. He needs that. Like, he's the best running back that hasn't been like crowned as like one of the best.
One
all
of the
time.
best, yeah.
And he is. He should be.
He should be talked about when you talk. He's in my top 5 running backs of all time.
Derrick Henry or Adrian Peterson?
Derrick Henry.
Fucking.
That's such a hard question.
I might pick AP. Prime AP. Resume.
Derrick Henry's been his prime his whole career.
Has Derrick
Henry's like the
Did Derrick win
LeBron James
MVP?
of running backs. Like he just keeps going.
He won Offensive Player of the Year, right?
Yeah, he did. AP won MVP.
Jahmyr Gibbs at 3rd though.
I got Gibbs at 2.
Yeah,
If
me
I'm
personally,
picking-
Gibbs at 2.
if
I
I'm
got
picking
Gibbs-
a running back. I'm picking Saquon. He's the best.
Yes,
I'd rather
without
have
a doubt.
Gibbs over Henry right now.
Yeah.
100%.
You say that, but then Derrick Henry does what he did last
He
year.
does what he does.
Like I was
He's
saying
not
that last
falling
year. He did it.
But also, like, how much did Derrick Henry benefit?
and he played less snaps.
How much did he benefit from the Lamar Jackson offense? Like, I think if you put Jahmyr Gibbs next to
Dude, I
Lamar
don't know,
Jackson,
man.
that would be a lot more open space for him. That would be a lot more quick reads. I think they.
So you're
I think
saying
Jahmyr
Goff's the
Gibbs.
problem.
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back in the
So you're
NFL.
saying Jared Goff's holding Jahmyr Gibbs back.
I think he's. I think it's easier for a running back to be good if Lamar Jackson's your quarterback. Yes, but
I don't know, man.
That's just somebody else the defense has to
I
account
think that's
for.
disrespectful to Derrick Henry a little bit.
I don't think it's all of that, but I think it's a bump. I think if Derrick Henry would have been in Tennessee last year instead of Baltimore, he would not have put
for
up those
sure.
same numbers.
Tennessee's fucking
That's all I'm saying.
Horrible.
And but
Spinney, he almost had 2,000 yards last year.
I know.
He had 1,921 yards. You want to know how many touchdowns he had?
14.
16 fucking touchdowns.
You know who had more than that?
Yeah, how many
Jahmyr Gibbs.
And how many times did he sit out the back half of these games? And people on fantasy were freaking out.
Jahmyr Gibbs had 20 touchdowns last year. Jahmyr Gibbs had, 1,800 yards or
And
something
this-
like that.
and
And
real
that's with splitting a backfield.
The same
So if-
argument, though, that you're making for him
If I
winning
can
for
make the
Lamar.
argument.
Sorry. Taste your own medicine. Jahmyr's he had the best offensive line in the league.
Jahmyr Gibbs had the best offensive line in the league, or one of the best offensive lines in the league, absolutely. But so did Saquon Barkley. And what Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley didn't do is split a backfield with another guy who is a top 15 running back in the NFL. So I think Jahmyr Gibbs is the most talented running back in the league. I think he is, if you give him the amount of snaps that those other guys were, if you give him the amount of run that Saquon Barkley will, I think you would put up better stats than Saquon Barkley did last year. He had more touchdowns than Saquon Barkley did last year. I'm not mad about this. I'm not mad that they ranked Saquon and Derrick Henry over Jahmyr Gibbs. You got to see it out of Jahmyr Gibbs. Can he do it for a whole season? Can he be the bell cow? Stuff like that. There are questions there. He's young. That's fine. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is the most explosive running back in the NFL. I think he's shown his ability to obviously do it out in space as well as do it between the tackles. And I think last year when David Montgomery went down for those 3 or 4 games or whatever it was, and Jahmyr Gibbs went out there and he played like the best running back in the league for those 3 or 4 games where he was putting up 170 yards and 3 touchdowns every game, I think it's pretty clear that he could do it. That if it was called upon for him to be that guy, he can be that guy. Unfortunately, he doesn't, or fortunately for the Lions, he doesn't have to because you've got David Montgomery as well, who's an insanely good running back. But I personally think it's Jahmyr Gibbs. If you put Saquon or Derrick Henry over him, I'm not going to freak out. I can easily see why people would do that and see why a lot of people do that.
Yeah, it's Saquon Barkley without doubt. Jahmyr Gibbs, again, 2 is my 2 right now.
He had the most. I believe it was Jahmyr Gibbs had the most 10-plus yards
runs,
just gained, like 10-plus yards gained. I think it was runs or passes by a running back last year, and it was, I believe, by double digits. So he's the most explosive player in the league, maybe outside of Jameson Williams.
Now that you could say for sure.
And the guy is, like I said, I think he's kind of knocked back because he has David Montgomery in his backfield as well.
The most 10-yard gains.
The most 10-yard gains by a running back last year.
So Jahmyr Gibbs 97, Bijan Robinson 94, Saquon 89, Henry 87, James Conner.
So 10 more than Derrick Henry, and 8 more than Saquon. With, like I said, you're splitting a backfield. So
I will say though too, those other guys sat out games. You know what I'm saying? I think Saquon actually literally sat out the last game of the season.
Yeah.
But listen, Jahmyr Gibbs highly efficient, is splitting the backfield, all that stuff like that. I think right now for sure you gotta give it to Saquon. I'm totally fine with Jahmyr Gibbs being number 2. I think there is that question though, could he carry the workload the same way they do? There's no answer for it right now.
He did though. Like when David Montgomery was out,
for 4 games.
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is by far the most versatile back out of those 3.
Yes,
100%. And in terms of the passing game, I mean, Derrick Henry will run through a motherfucker, but you're not going to see him, run a Texas route.
Yeah, he catches 2 balls a game.
Yeah. So
I think there's an interesting conversation on where you guys are at with McCaffrey and Bijan, where they can kind of put themselves in this position, because I think that is the very clear top 5 to me in the league. I know McCaffrey had a down year last year, obviously, with a lot of injuries, but where are you guys at with them? Could you see either them, especially Bijan, considering the same draft class? Do you expect them to kind of hang around each other for the majority of their career?
I think that once Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley inevitably start to slip, which is what happens with running backs, especially guys that put on so many carries like they have throughout their entire careers, not just their NFL careers, but their collegiate careers as well. These are guys that have been toting the rock for a while. I think Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson are going to be 1 and 2 in the NFL for a 5-year stretch.
Yeah. I see a lot of comps for Jahmyr Gibbs in the chat. I see a little CMC. I see Marshall Faulk. For me, it's Chris Johnson. But better? Is that disrespectful to say?
That's kind of disrespectful.
To Chris Johnson?
Yeah, Chris Johnson was the best running back in the league for like 4 or 5 years.
Was he catching the ball like that, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, different time in the
different
NFL,
times.
too, though.
I think for like...
That's how old we are, though, by the way. That's gross.
Wait, for like best pass-catching running back?
No, just
Chris Johnson. Comp. Yeah, count for Jahmyr. I said Chris Johnson. But I said a little bit better because I think he's, like you said, I think he's a little bit better pass catching.
Roger
Craig.
He did have catching.
His second year, I mean, he had 50 catches for 500 yards.
Okay, that's what Jahmyr's doing.
But he had 2,500 all-purpose yards and 16 touchdowns.
Didn't Jahmyr do that at all or no?
Jahmyr didn't do 2,500. I think Jahmyr had like 1,900 all-purpose yards last year, or 2,000, right around 2,000. 2,500. He ran for 2,000 yards and then had 503 receiving yards.
Yeah, Jahmyr like
358 carries in 16 games. Jesus Christ.
That's crazy. And he's not a big dude.
No,
but they weren't touching him. He was getting hurt.
5'11", 195 is what it's listed as.
Yeah, I forget who posted. I posted underneath the LNU post of like, not all Jahmyr Gibbs catches, but all the ones that went for like 5+. There was a missed tackle on every single one of them. I'll go ahead and finish what you were saying about a pass catcher, though.
Oh, I feel like him and Alvin Kamara play very similar.
Yeah.
2 really explosive backs that are also really dangerous on the pass.
Alvin Kamara's
a good one, too. I think he's faster than Alvin. That's why I said Chris.
Yeah.
But that's be my second one, too. Because really, too, even like, that's why I think you call him great at this point, too, because like he's a mixture of like all 3, really. Like Alvin Kamara, Chris Johnson, and then the third, I'd say Le'Veon Bell. The patience.
Yeah.
He's just back there, like, just chilling, like fucking Jason Voorhees, and he goes through, cuts through the defense.
Just standing up.
Yeah, it's just he's amazing, man. Josh Myers, did the Tigers make a trade? All right, got to put this guy in timeout.
I already did.
This is crazy.
Not yet.
That's ridiculous. I'll take the interactions though. I'm not getting paid for them.
Yeah, shout out. Just don't spam. I was looking it up on Twitter to see if they made a trade. They have not made a trade yet. No.
Okay, it says question mark, Josh. Come on. All right, we got to go to break. We're well past it. We'll get back to some of your comments about the Jahmyr Gibbs being the third best or the best running back in the league when we get back. But Feist, got to tell you guys about BlackRock.
Let me tell you about BlackRock.
I got to try that.
BlackRock is with Woodward Sports, and they are turning up the heat with their new sizzling partnership where you get your steak on a stone served on a 755-degree volcanic rock. It's more than a meal. It's an experience. Enjoy the lunch. Those lunches start at just $8.99 and also from 3 to 6 with daily specials. Come hungry and rock your steak only at Black Rock Bar and Grill. Stay tuned. They got a summer giveaway coming. You won't want to miss that.
Are you a real Detroit sports fan? Woodward Sports is here to give you all the Detroit sports you can handle. Weekdays, make sure you're locked in on Wake Up Woodward from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Followed by Big D Energy with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty from 11 a.m. to 1. Up next, you can't miss Ermanni and Edwards with Maz from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finish the day out with the bad boys of Detroit sports media, the Woodward Heavyweights, from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, wait, that isn't enough for you, you sports freak. Check out Woodward Wings, Woodward Ringside, and the Lions Weekly Update every Sunday with Broder, Terry Foster, and Sean Baligian. Subscribe on YouTube for all our great content, and make sure you're following on all social media, X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You want sports? We got you covered. Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
You interviewed a T-Rex on it right now.
Top shelf quality, unmatched variety price for you, the people. ShopJars.com is the website you guys need to go to find one of the 27 locations near you. 9 of them right here in Metro Detroit, including ones coming to Milan, Madison Heights, and Grand Rapids. ShopJars.com. What is happening? I am not comfortable with what's happening. That's all right. Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live. WorldSports.com. Cartier says, "What's next? Otani's trade to the Tigers." Yes, for you tomorrow. We'll make that one.
Hey,
as long as you smash the like button,
we'll make it work.
If we hit.
Oh no, TJ Bickerstaff is on the Pistons roster.
It said, my Google said.
Well, I'm looking at the Detroit Pistons posted their Summer League roster, and the first guy, number 49 out of James Madison, TJ Bickerstaff.
Chris, I'm disappointed in you.
Ron Holland's on it, Bobby Klitman's on it, Chaz Lanier. That's all I really care about. Zakai Zegler.
Oh, he was on the Kings last year. My bad.
Yeah.
He was on the Kings Summer League last year.
All right. Shout out to Sandy. We have tons of young studs across the roster. While I like the Amon-Ra or Kirby Joseph, could be Hall of Fame guys, I think there are two that can be the best ever at their positions. Who are those two?
Penei Sewell
and Jameer.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Best ever? I think all three of those guys could be in
I
that
think
conversation.
if you're asking me to pick two guys on the Detroit Lions that I think I like those two guys. Two guys on the Detroit Lions that I think could be the best ever at their position. It would be Penei Sewell and Aiden Hutchinson would probably be the two that I would pick.
I think all three. I'd pick more. I had to pick two, honestly.
Brian
Penei and Jameer. Brian Branch should be probably on the station.
Branch did
got
something.
some way to go. But yeah.
You got a lot of dogs.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, because that's a tough question, dude. And I'm thinking things. I don't even want to say them out loud because it's such a crazy statement. But even Sam Laporta, the most receiving yards and catches for like any tight end ever in the first two seasons. 17-game seasons, though. That might help. But you still got to be pretty good to do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Jameer Gibbs.
Shout out Runyon.
Penei Sewell. And yeah, I'll throw Aiden in there. Why not? I think especially keeps getting those interceptions.
Why did y'all do a hot dog mukbang for the 4th?
Why didn't we?
Cut the check.
Oh, yeah, why
CTC.
didn't we? Yeah.
Cut the check.
Cut the check.
Danny G says Gibbs and Sewell. Yeah,
Gibbs and Sewell? Okay.
I'm fine with that one all day. I do not have a pet Black Rock. My pet rock is great.
Birdie said just make sure that Carmac's in use.
It is, sir. I appreciate that.
Make sure them lips nice and moist.
All right. I got a little bit more football we can mess with, or I can ask what the fuck's on with the Pistons. Where do you want to take this show, Spencer?
Let's do football.
Okay. I have a hot one. I had kind of like an...
No, let's do Pistons. Because Luke's doing something right now.
Well, Chris to talk.
He'll want to... Yeah, Chris could talk Pistons.
All right.
We talked Pistons without Chris on Friday.
Okay.
Or on Thursday.
Chris, what is going on?
Guys, the sign and trade is not dead yet.
It's not dead? I thought it's dead.
Actually, no, it's not. It's not officially dead yet. Also, both of them. The Duncan Robinson one isn't finalized either.
That one, I think it got finalized.
Did it get finalized?
I saw the Pistons.
Was today the date? Today's like isn't the 7th, like the deadline for that shit? Or like
the Pistons tweeted they've officially acquired Duncan Robinson.
Okay, so the Duncan Robinson one.
Have the Kings tweeted they officially acquired Dennis Schroeder? We do that intel while Chris is talking.
I will.
Yeah. So From the last I saw, the Sacramento Kings have not finalized it yet and still opening it. So July 6th is when you can make it official. You can make a signing official July 6th. Before then, you're just technically agreeing, but you don't necessarily have to make it official on July 6th.
They have not released
or announced
that they have officially signed Dennis.
So the big holdup, I assume, is the Malik Monk part of it, is that they want to dump Malik Monk in his contract, and they are not finding a particular suitor. The Pistons seem like they're not all the way disinterested in Malik Monk, but it sounds like they're just like, well, let me see if I could do better, type of thing.
And Chris, could you put that other clip in there? So Luke, I think it's
Yeah,
Luke, I think it's
one?
going to be like
Yep.
split in between that one and then this one he's about to put in.
Yep.
But yeah, the Malik Monk stuff, I'm not mad because like the Pistons, do they really want Malik Monk? Like
I want a 4.
I don't think they want Malik Monk. I think they want a 4, and I think they were looking for, or they're still looking for someone to kind of take the bait and either take Malik Monk to give them somebody or just get in there to give them a 4.
Reroute it.
We'll see what happens. But either way, they're going to get something in back for Dennis Schroeder, whether it just be
a trade exception.
Are they though?
trade
I mean, it's like-
exception and some cap space there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which you could use to bargain, hey, we'll take this guy and give you a bunch of second-round picks just because we can fit him on the roster.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there.
I like the idea of Malik Monk, but like when you go look at the numbers, he's kind of been like sliding off a little bit.
It's up and down. No, he had some great stretches though without De'Aaron
He's
Fox.
streaky.
So he is very, very streaky, 100%. But he also had some great games of like high volume and efficiency. So I'm not all the way out on Malik Monk. It's just such a glaring hole that we need a 4. Even if it's not the stretch 4 that we want, ideally, like you just need another guy who can play power forward, because right now I think Asar can in certain stretches. You definitely don't want to do a too big lineup with Stu and Duran at any time. So to me, it's just such a glaring hole that I think they need, unless again the far-fetched Bobby Clipman's ready. But right now, it's very obvious that you need that hole. And I think they're just trying to patiently wait it out.
Yeah, brother.
Dude, sometimes you just need a hole, and you
Hopefully
just
it's
gotta fill it.
PJ Washington, says Shift Guy.
That's
I
it.
would
That's
love
my guy.
PJ Washington. We went through that list of potential power forwards that were out there, and I think the kind of unanimous thing was like, we'll take any of those fucking guys. Like as a backup 4, that was a pretty good selection of players to choose from. I think Rui was my guy that I was like, I would take Rui because I think he's the best shooter. Best shooter out of all of them. PJ Washington I would like a lot.
Obi
Toppin I would be fine with. Vanderbilt I would be fine with. They said they like Chris Boucher, so maybe
I think you do both though. I still think you could sign Chris Boucher
and trade for somebody.
Yeah.
I don't think you would.
The word also is that they do have their biannual exception still, because they've been operating as an over the cap team, which is $5.7 million. So as you're seeing with how dry the market is, you can actually probably get another rotational guy for $5.7 million, a veteran point guard that can be a steady hand, or something,
Who's
or
out there,
something,
though?
some type of vet on the team.
Well, let me look at this. We'll do point
quick,
guards, right? Because we already have.
If I may go back to
I
the
think
Malik Monk
they're gonna
stuff real quick, is I'm looking at his numbers. His best year arguably was with LeBron in them, and I feel like Cade's like this similar type of prototype.
Yeah,
kick it out to him so he could do his dirty work. So maybe you get that version of him with this team specifically, because not like the Sacramento Kings are a great team by any means or have a real playmaker.
Yeah.
You know,
Malcolm Brogdon still out there. Alec Burks still out there.
I would do Brogdon, even though
Seth Curry still out there.
Why are you looking at point guards?
Because I think we're gonna make a move for Josh Giddey still out there.
Technically, yeah, but Chicago's
he's
the money to
restricted.
match.
Okay,
Yeah,
Markelle Fultz unrestricted free agent.
Quentin
Grimes restricted.
That's another one.
THT unrestricted free agent.
Right now on ESPN, Rob Harper Jr. is on the
Bones Highland unrestricted
on
free
the
agent.
Pistons roster.
All right, dude. Deep cut.
You hear me?
Ron Harper Jr. Yeah.
Why?
He is. He's the last guy on the roster.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, look, there's not a lot of options. That's why this trade isn't, or this signing isn't happened yet. It's because there's really nobody on the market that's enticing. Like, okay, sure, you want to buy into Brogdon. I'll do that for the 5.7 exception.
That's what I'm saying.
I would do that for that, but you also got to expect, like, all right, I'm getting 20 games out of this guy.
I'm looking at these guys as the last piece on your team because you already used that trade exception to add a power forward.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would be plenty okay with Malcolm Brogdon or Seth Curry.
Yeah. Seth
or Markelle Fultz as like, honestly.
Yeah.
Markelle Fultz to come on, be the backup point guard with Karis LeVert out there.
Need that though with Ivy back. I don't think I want to get a 4.
But that's why this is after we get the 4 because you're still, like Chris said, you're still gonna have that $5.6 million in exception that you could use to sign an extra veteran. And I still think they need. You know, you lost 2 guards on the bench. You got one in Karis LeVert. I think you get another one just to shore up your bench there, and then you're good to go. Unless you truly trust Sasser, but I would take Fultz or Malcolm Brogdon or Seth Curry.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. Chris Paul's still out there. Are you guys interested in that? I mean, he probably has his pick of the litter.
Chris Paul's not going to come here. Yeah, he's going to go to LA or something.
And do we want to do the Beal thing? Because to me,
Island, I wouldn't mind.
Beal, I see him having his pick of the litter, and I don't see him picking us.
Yeah,
assuming he clears.
That was some up in the prep as well because I saw some people tweeting about it. No, nothing officially.
Yeah. I mean, look,
I'm not here for that.
As a fifth guard, fine, sure, I don't care. I'm not excited about it, but I'm not like
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, like
no. I think he's not going to come here. No,
I don't.
Yeah,
he's definitely
just
washed.
Come here, yeah.
He's going to go try to win a championship somewhere.
I feel like he's the reason the whole situation didn't work in.
Well,
Phoenix.
Yeah,
because he was like, "Fuck it, dude, I'm not leaving."
Yeah, it'd be fucking. I mean,
because they probably wanted to reroute Bradley Beal for a point guard.
Yeah,
to put with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker.
He controls where he goes right now, unless they buy him out.
Yeah,
which is smart by him.
Good, yeah, for sure.
Like, fuck you, pay me. Exactly. I ain't mad at that at all.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll talk some football, but first, tell us about the Massage Chair House, Eazy.
Massage Chair House. You got to hit him up, guys. MassageChairHouse.com. Get linked up with my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, who hosts the #1 review channel for massage chairs in the interwebs. That's the entire internet. Scan the QR code or visit MassageChairHouse.com or go see him in person at the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road in Bloomfield Hills at MassageChairHouse.com.
Cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you will. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com to find out every store they are in. It's going to be a lot more very soon. Like I said, getmadpacks.com. They've got the Boom Shakalaka Tarantula, the high-low infused pre-rolls, the Blizzard Packs, THCA Moon Rocks, and just regular weed. Their cherry runts is money. Go check out Mad Packs at getmadpacks.com.
Breaking news from James
Breaking news!
Sacramento Kings beat reporter. According to a league source, the Kings are set to acquire Dennis Schroeder using part of the $16.8 million TPE from Kevin Huerter trade. Deal should be completed the next day or so. Kings will acquire a future second. Detroit lands a trade exception. So no Malik Monk.
No Malik Monk.
Also, I was told you can't give more up than the player in a sign and trade, how are they landing a second? I guess it doesn't say who it's from. Sacramento lands a solid point guard option on a 3-year deal. Third year is partially guaranteed, according to a source. Detroit has a bunch of seconds and will now have a sizable TPE to work with. The Kings also retained their mid-level exception by using a TPE. Still work to do, but the salary situation is complicated.
I think that just speaks to a lot of the names that they wanted weren't available, but I don't see them not being available at the deadline. Like, I don't see.
Yeah, maybe they just didn't want Malik Monk.
Yeah, that's what it is, and I think they're looking at Obi Toppin, PJ Washington, and those guys are obvious trade candidates now. Those teams might be like, hold on, let's reapproach that as the season goes on. We don't necessarily need to make that move because obviously bringing in Cooper Flagg and with that loaded front court, PJ Washington's days are probably numbered, and him being an expiring contract, I could see that being something, hey, let's do this deal in February. Like, we don't necessarily need to do it now. Let's keep him now, and try to be good because the Mavs are shorthanded start the year. No Kyrie, so they're going to need all the firepower they can get.
Yeah.
So he didn't.
So you got your exception. You trade. It was a sign and trade. The Kings weren't willing to give up the guy the Pistons wanted, so they just took the money.
Or maybe the Pistons didn't want him.
Or maybe the Pistons didn't want him. And
where I'm stuck is I was told, and I looked it up too, that you can't trade anyone other than a player on a sign and trade. But somehow the Kings got another second-round pick.
Is that
was
an
there a
apron
third player
rule?
involved? Didn't
Is
you
that
say
an
Kevin
apron
Huerter
rule?
went to somebody, or?
It's a TPE from a Kevin Huerter trade from last year. What'd you say, Chris?
Is it an apron rule though? Is it tied to a certain apron?
I could reread it if you like.
Reread it, yeah.
According to a league source, the Kings are set to acquire Dennis Schroeder using part of the $16.8 million TPE from the Kevin Huerter trade. The deal should be completed within the next day or so. Kings will acquire a future second. Detroit lands a trade exception. I'm just ask Twitter. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what the fuck's going on. I don't know.
I don't actually know that.
Like I said, it sounds like the Pistons are looking for a 4 and not Malik Monk, and the Kings weren't willing to give up anybody. They couldn't find a guy to play tango as the third party, and so they just took the trade exception. And now they'll look to add a piece from a team that's looking to clear some cap, and you want that 4, and you've got a bunch of second-round picks to go get it. So
yeah, and I mean, look, that trade exception, I know it gets laughed at because a lot of teams don't end up using the trade exception. It ends up just kind of being this, like, fool's gold to sell to the fans. I think I heard a stat. There was a team, I'm blanking on the team, but they had Toronto had 16 trade exceptions and used only 3. So, like, they rarely get used. But Trajan's shown his activity at the deadline. We all know the situation that the Pistons are in. The Pistons could be saving this too for a star power type of transaction. Like, this could definitely help in there.
Relax.
A team like Utah. I still think that Lauri Markkanen discussion happens more the deadline or the next offseason, and that's when the Pistons could be saving that trade exception for. So it doesn't necessarily have to just be a role player.
It's going to be a role player.
But, yeah, I would say it's more likely a role player than not, but this gives Trajan some flexibility, and I think that's what he's been about this entire summer.
Did they win the trade? If you're giving up a second just for...
No, but you got something. You got something for nothing, so
yeah.
I take it.
Yeah,
I can't say you won the trade, but it
also doesn't specify it's a Detroit second-round pick either.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for somebody to clear that up. Also, to be fair, the Sacramento Beat is the one who's been like leaking this and taking it back in. Like, fuck them anyway. I feel like they're just kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
trying to be the first to it versus being accurate,
or trying to just PR spin things. Like,
hit up your sister. Doesn't she got plugs?
Yeah.
Fucking light the beam. What the fuck's going on? Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. I mean, it is what it is. Again, like you said,
I would be highly surprised if they used it as a blockbuster move. Like, no,
yeah, that's well, part. Of
I think that they're still going
to
try to get a backup 4 because they don't have one on their roster right now. So I would be surprised if they started the season without.
I know what Chris is talking about.
I mean, look,
trading Jaden Ivey along with that.
I mean, Tobias Harris plus that gets you $40 million. That's a $40 million player, usually around the contracts that stars make.
Be the right deal.
Yeah. Again, that's the more unlikely scenario, but this is what Trajan's doing. Trajan's been doing this all offseason. He's been creating flexibility. None of the deals he signed are more than 2 years. The Duncan Robinson one, as we know, just basically 1 year plus a maybe second year, very unlikely third year. So he's built a lot of flexibility for this team going forward, and I think that this is just another example of that. I think he looked at the trade market and he saw that, okay, these guys like Obi Toppin, PJ Washington that everybody wants, they're probably going to also be available in December or at the trade deadline, and we don't necessarily need to make a move. The East is weak. Let's see what our young guys do, and then we'll see what's available come the deadline and come next offseason.
Cartier says that trade exception going to average a triple-double for us.
Hell yeah.
It could.
Yeah,
it could be the next Saban Lee.
Yeah, I'm not tripping, man. It's kind of what we told you guys
Mason
before
Plumlee.
going into free agency. Like, we're not going to do nothing big until at least the trade deadline. And if they're getting top 3 seed, I bet they don't do anything then either.
Damn, Phil, chill. Does it look that bad? I don't think it looks that bad.
Dude, it's awful.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Yeah, your eye's kind of funny, too.
Yeah, I think it's that black rock in the car.
Yo, black.
No, I still think they're going to use that to get. They got to get a backup four. They don't have one, so.
And that's coming from the Sacramento side again. It's kind of been all over the place, the whole entire situation. Spinny.
We got a couple minutes.
Maybe I should give this one its due time. It's a strong one.
It's due diligence.
I may even save it for tomorrow. To be honest, I don't know. 6:24. I feel like it'd be a clip for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
I'm not ready to even answer that one. So I'm like, oh god. How you feel about? Okay, we got 3 minutes
Stay
spare. Put that list back up. The running back one.
Okay.
Because honestly, I didn't pay attention to anyone after Gibbs.
No, didn't really care. Bijan.
Who can make a biggest jump?
I would take Jonathan Taylor
outside that
over
top
Christian
5?
McCaffrey and Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Can James
I don't
Cook
hate
make
that.
it to top 5 next year?
Josh Jacobs proved a lot to me last year.
I think James Cook could make it to the top. Not top 5, no.
Okay.
Joe Mixon, honestly, deservedly so, should be top 10. I almost put him over Cook.
I'd probably put him over Cook, too.
He did that with no offensive line last year.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara,
and
too,
half
he's
of
still
his
just
wide
doing the
receivers
damn thing.
died.
It don't matter how banged up he is. Yeah, I don't hate that list at all.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty.
Could you see Genty
fair.
in that list next year?
I mean, the way they talk about him, yeah. Top 5 pick, no?
They
right?
talk about him like he's the man.
He went
I just
4th
don't-
to the Raiders?
I don't really see
Yeah,
it.
he's on the Raiders.
The Raiders.
I don't know.
I don't
man.
see it.
He might be a bust.
Carry on.
At least on the Raiders. I don't know if he's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to produce like what people are thinking he's
Think like a
gonna
Saquon
produce.
New York situation?
I don't think he's going to be as good as Josh
Yeah,
Jacobs
probably
was on
that.
the Raiders.
I think he'd be that good.
I don't know. The comp at Boise State wasn't that crazy.
What was it? Wasn't it Devontae Freeman?
I don't know, I'm talking about like the teams they.
Oh,
played.
the competition.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you meant like pro comp.
Well,
Like,
they played, some
like
good
you
team. They
and
played
Central.
Oregon tough in the regular season, wasn't it, right?
Yeah, they played Oregon tough. But, yeah, it's – I'm not really worried about the competition, but I don't know.
Out of that top 5 in this year's draft class, who could you see being the biggest bust?
I think him for sure.
Really?
I think so. But, yeah.
I think Travis Hunter.
Yeah, but you've seen
Travis Hunter?
running backs
Yeah,
come
Travis
in and
Hunter.
just
Honestly, I can
any
see it
round
being a
and
little bit of a
ball.
bust.
You've seen running backs in every round come in and ball, and so I think that position's just there's a lot of, variance.
Yeah. Cam Ward probably should have been the answer there. Because quarterbacks are
Yeah, or
Cam Ward,
quarterbacks is like that too.
But I think Cam Ward's
Yeah.
yeah.
He was like your de facto number 1 because, like,
I like
you need a
Cam Ward,
quarterback.
though.
I do like Cam Ward. I like all those videos. I know I shouldn't be, like, judging him as a player on this at all. But, like, in those videos where, like...
He's talking shit to Shador.
Yeah, sure. So let's make a song. He's like, I'm a football player.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking hard.
That shit is hard.
Like, that's what you want your
I
quarterback
like that
to say.
I like his mentality.
Yeah,
a
you know what I'm
lot,
saying?
dude.
Like, that's some dog-ass shit.
That's why you're second.
To be honest,
he said that shit like right to his face.
Yeah.
He's like, that's why you're second. I'm worried about football. I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
He said that it's gonna say Cam Ward football player. I was like, dude, that's what I'd like in a
Bars.
quarterback. Yeah.
Even during the water break. He's like, we don't need another water break. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam Ward's dude for sure.
Is this a weak draft class?
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, it
it's
was.
pretty boring, honestly.
Because I'm looking at all 5 of these guys, and I can see every single one of them being a bust. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. He's probably most sure thing.
Probably pretty safe. Yeah.
Will Campbell. He could be good. Is he gonna be top 4 good? I don't know. And then Mason Graham number 5. So Ashton Genty was 6 to the Raiders.
Travis Hunter is just, I don't know. I mean, are they going to play him on offense and defense? Is that
There's
the
no
plan?
way. There's no way.
I feel like
sparingly, maybe, yeah.
I think he
It'll
should
be
play.
like
I think he
Deion,
should play corner full time and then get some packages
Yes.
on offense.
I think the way he's not a bust, you play him at corner because I think he'd be an all-pro.
I think he'd be very good at corner.
Very.
I don't
good.
know. They announced when they signed
Yeah.
his deal that they were like.
They
just
announced him
signed-
as a wide receiver cornerback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even the wide receiver stuff, like, and
If he plays both, he's gonna die.
He's a phenomenal athlete.
Look at Ashley Murray, and he'll be shit.
Like, you can't play both ways in the NFL consistently. You can't.
Just the preparation alone.
Yeah.
Like being in the film room. Like, listen to some of the greats talk.
I think
the stuff that took him to that next level was that film study.
And
having that instinct from like watching these guys like fucking nonstop.
I think the easiest way to do it is to play him full time at cornerback, and then when Emma thinks it's okay, you can give him some snaps at wide receiver.
That's what Dion did for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like, they got him in when they could, but, I mean, he's much better as a cornerback.
Yes.
Than
He's much better at cornerback.
That's how they should do it.
He's very explosive as an athlete, and that'll get you very far in college. He shouldn't have won the Blitnikov last year. I don't think he was
crazy.
No. I think he was maybe the third best receiver in the country last year.
I'm not mad at the Heisman, but like the Blitnikov was kind of over the top.
No, he should have won the Heisman, not the Blitnikov though.
I'm with you on that one.
And yeah, he's a very explosive athlete, and he's a good wide receiver, but if he wants to be an elite wide receiver, he can't be pretending to be a cornerback. Like, he can't be distracting himself playing cornerback if he wants to be an elite NFL wide receiver. So I think it's what I would do is play him full time at cornerback, and then give him packages at wide receiver where you bring him in, some trick plays, not even trick plays, but just some plays where when he comes in, you know the whole defense is going to look at him. So we'll see.
Dog Dove is hilarious, and people just fall for it every time.
Dove Kleiman?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
It was just a picture of Xavier Worthy dancing. He's like, he's gonna have a season next year. Like, he's just fucking dancing. Is Buddha running the account? Like, what the fuck? Just kidding, I love you, Boone.
He's the best dancer in the history of the world.
Tell us about Loom Cannabis.
Let me tell you about Loom Cannabis. Loom Cannabis and the Buzz and Long drinks, they are the drink of the summer. Delicious stuff. 7.5 milligrams THC in a can, whether you're at the golf course, on the beach, at a bonfire. They're perfect for any situation. You can go to loom.com or scan that QR code on the screen to see their massive inventory. Place your order. Make sure you use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off. It's Loom Cannabis.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Listen, if you need some Detroit sports merch, head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab there and get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that, all teams, all season. Make sure you are repping the best Detroit sports swag in the game with Woodward Sports.
It's at like 47 minutes in.
47.
Yeah.
What up, though? Welcome back to What Awaits Live, woodwardsports.com. I'm Eazy Joe by Small Rax. Young Chris, no Nicholas Clough. He's downtown at the Tigers game. Kyler Montero on the mound for that one. Spinny. Expectations?
I'm sorry. I was checking some things out. Looking at my own highlights. Kyler Montero on the mound today. They're playing the Rays, right? It's at home. Hopefully the rain stays away. Rain, go away. Coming back another day. Yeah, I expect them to win. I expect Kyler to go out there and have a strong performance. Nothing crazy, but I could see him going 5, giving up 2 runs, and then the Tigers pick him up.
I'm sorry, Booner. All right. Damn it.
What? Oh, he texted you?
Yeah.
What did he say? I don't do that.
I love you, Booner.
Like Saturday.
Check him out. Yeah, Dove's actually as much as like he may be annoying. I mean, what the fuck? That counts crazy right now.
Yeah.
How many followers he got? That's the shit that gets me with shit like that. Like, remember the NFC North news page? I don't remember it. It's still a thing. They come out and they like tweeted like, "Oh, dead body found in Ford Field."
Mhm.
Oh, NFL stadiums allowing smoking now. Like your shit. If you find out an account is fake and you continue to follow it,
That's on you.
That's on you.
Bro. I block them.
That's on you. Like the fact you guys are still following that guy, insane to me.
I only follow Centel just because it's funny. Like
yeah, Centel's funny.
Yeah.
I think everybody's gotten Centel. That's the most impressive thing with him.
Centel is good.
They've gotten.
They got
everybody.
Maz like 10 times.
Yeah.
They get Maz like once a week.
What was it? Who
He's
was
dead.
it?
I told you he's dead.
Who?
I told you he was a girl. I saw it the whole time. LeBron James come out as one.
Show me how Ty's an alien.
Yeah. I knew it.
Maz
gets sent out quite often.
Quite often.
I love Maz.
Dude, that was so funny, the LeBron stuff and the LeBron stuff.
Oh yeah, that was so out of nowhere.
Yeah. I knew I hated this guy. Or how can anybody like this guy? Here, talk. I'm trying to title this.
All right, you're good. I was trying to think of the Centel that I got me. Or
Did
when
you
I got
ever
Kendrick
fall for
Perkins,
the-
it was like a Kaminga growing like 6 inches.
Yeah, yeah,
He's okay,
those-
7 foot in camp now.
Those I saw the I would have got, but it was like the day before they did
Chris, you got
somebody
got.
else.
Yeah.
They did somebody else because they were doing remember that summer they were just like everybody grew by like 3 inches or whatever. And so I remember
Yeah, fucking
I remember
Kendrick Perkins got Centelled on ESPN.
Yeah, that was
he
cool.
goes,
Yeah.
I guess Jonathan Kuminga came back 7 feet tall.
Yeah, dude.
That was crazy.
God damn it, Perk.
But I would have got if they did do it. They did it for Giannis or something like that, and then like the next day they did Jalen Duren. But had I not seen the Giannis one and seen people being like, "Oh my god, like this is a thing," and that's how I learned about Centel. But then I was like, I would have bought the Duren one for sure. I would have ran with that tweet.
How do the Bills get the Hard Knocks?
I don't know.
Don't you got to be a losing
I
team?
thought you had to be a losing
qualify for
team
Hard
and like
Knocks?
not make the playoffs and shit
Yeah.
like that. I think nobody wants to do it. I think
Maybe just
that's
re-up
what
the
it is.
contract and change the.
No, I think it's just everybody saying no.
But why would they say yeah?
A lot of, I mean,
You're contending for Super Bowl. Why would you want the distraction?
they're looking for somebody to.
I don't know. I guess they're doing the AFC. No, they did the AFC North last year. I don't know who they're doing in the midseason one, which I've never watched a single one of the midseason ones. Have you? I like Hard Knocks, by the way, too. Like I don't know. It's kind of weird that I haven't. I just haven't cared.
Josh
I guess
Allen
I'm
coming into camp
more
7
locked into
feet
my
tall.
Lions. Huh?
Oh, I watched Sinners last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Were you bludgeoned by white guilt?
I was not bludgeoned by white guilt. No, it was a good movie.
Did you
I
see
didn't
it in
think it
theaters?
was like super great. No.
Yeah,
I
see,
didn't see-
that's what I told you.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
good. It wasn't like
Yeah,
movie of the year or anything.
Well, I was
like
texting
that.
my friend. I was like, I don't know if we like that because we were black, or like if it is like good. Like we should go see the second time.
Yeah.
It was good. It's not bad at all.
No, it's
not
a
bad
good.
at
It's
all.
a good movie. It's a very good movie.
Yeah, it's not like
it's
the
not like
Gladiator.
wow, that was the best movie I've ever
Yeah,
seen or anything like
exactly.
that. But it was really good. I thought Michael
Dude,
B.
the
Jordan.
guy who played the fucking vampire.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Really
actor.
good.
That guy's great.
Michael B. Jordan was great in it.
Michael B. Jordan's a great actor.
The guy that played the old man, the drunk old man,
He was a great actor.
He was really good, and that guy's in a lot of stuff too.
Yes, he's hilarious.
He's a very good actor.
Oh, in that movie, he's hilarious.
The dude that played
Eminem.
Cornbread.
Yeah.
Doesn't bring it goes.
Yeah, doesn't bring it goes.
It was a good movie. I wasn't blown away by it, but it was a good movie. I'll
with you on that
definitely,
one.
if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld, yeah. Yeah, and
As
like
usual.
I everybody in that they were like, "Oh, dude, you won't believe what Haley Steinfeld did in that movie.
She did nothing.
The scene was so crazy. There was nothing. It was literally her riding his dick for like 10 seconds
Okay, well,
from the other side of the room.
Too much detail.
It was like I've seen worse than that here. Like,
Whoa.
Hold
on.
No, but honestly, the only freaky part in that movie is when she spit in his mouth.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But the girl who Preacher Man went down on.
Yeah.
I done the same thing.
Oh yeah, she was.
I felt
gorgeous.
I felt
dude.
everything he was saying.
And
yeah.
she could sing.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah, she was gorgeous.
Preacher Man.
And dude,
The intro was actually
Stack's wife, or was it Smoke or Stack?
I don't know.
Smoke's wife.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. And it's crazy because I've seen her.
Sure.
I've seen her in tons of movies. I never looked at her in that light.
She,
until then, I was like, damn. Like,
the heavies.
Yeah.
The heavies on her.
Stacked. It must have been stacked.
It must have been stacked.
Yeah,
She was stacked for sure.
All right. It's on HBO, yes. Then Flicky goes. All right, we're going to go to break. Come back. Mailbag. Send some mailbag questions. We'll wrap it up. Tomorrow, we got to
wrap that shit up, B.
A very stressful Lions topic that we're saving for you. I don't know if I'm looking forward to have this conversation, but we will do it. We'll get your mailbag questions in. Until then, tell us about Buddy's Pizza. I sure will.
Sure.
Go see my guy, Mr. Buddy, down at Buddy's Pizza. Hit him up, guys, for real. Seriously. Promo code Tim Mill. I'm putting you on game right now. If you haven't had Buddy's Pizza, they've been around since 1946. They're a Detroit staple. It's kind of shameful to be from Michigan and not have had Buddy's Pizza yet. Literally. Promo code Tim Mill. Save yourself 10%. Get that Detroit-style pizza. Send us your review. We'll play on the show.
Are you a real Detroit sports fan? Woodward Sports is here to give you all the Detroit sports you can handle. Weekdays, make sure you're locked in on Wake Up Woodward from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Followed by Big D Energy with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty from 11 a.m. to 1. Up next, you can't miss Ermanni and Edwards with Maz from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finish the day out with the bad boys of Detroit sports media, the Woodward Heavyweights, from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, wait, that isn't enough for you, you sports freak? Check out Woodward Wings, Woodward Ringside, and the Lions Weekly Update every Sunday with Broder, Terry Foster, and Sean Baligian. Subscribe on YouTube for all our great content, and make sure you're following on all social media. X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You want sports? We got you covered. Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
The bad boys of Detroit sports media are here. We won't back down. We are Woodward Sports, Detroit's #1 sports network.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer with 5 locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing. This month's specials include a 2025 Silverado 1500 Crew lease for $149 per month and a 2026 Equinox LT leasing for $209 a month. Again, that's Feldman Chevrolet.
Hey.
What up, welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodwardSports.com. Eazy, my small reaction. Chris Skywalker in the building. We got a couple mailbags, couple good ones actually. Spencer, the Ronin 99 asks, "Who is your arch enemy?"
My arch enemy?
I can't allow myself to have one because I might act on it. So I try to let things go.
Arch enemy.
Like I'm a bit of a crash out.
I don't know if I really have an arch enemy. I mean, I would say like Patrick Beverly or Lorena Rios. Like, I don't really dislike a lot of people.
Wilson.
You know, Russell Wilson would be up there. Rudy Gobert, France.
Like real arch enemy shit, man. I feel like you gotta like
know each other. Yeah,
I've never
really gotta act on. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking like if you're my arch enemy,
I'm
like,
beating the shit out of you.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm killing you.
Like them.
Murder she wrote.
Like that means something.
Murder she
If I think of you as my arch enemy, that means you did something specific enough to me to remember it.
I'm sneaking you,
and I'm getting back. I'm getting my get back.
Apparently
I don't really have an arch enemy. I can't think of
tying up your family.
Maybe France. I would say France. Yeah,
France.
Danny G says it's easily Gobert. Okay,
just stole your mustache.
Apparently, my arch nemesis is Megamind.
That is true too.
That's a great one. My arch enemy is Jed from Tiger's Twitter because he's a pussy.
Oh.
I saw another mailbag in there. Let me find it real quick.
Good show, Nick. Says Weezy D313. Brian Ruth says his arch enemy is Joey Harrington. It's fair.
Joey's a great guy.
Peaky Blinders is one of the greatest shows of all time. Peaky Blinders is great. I haven't seen the newest season.
I started it this weekend with my girl. It's pretty good.
The new
like
season?
it. No, like the whole show.
Nice.
Because I'm not a show guy. That show's been around for a minute, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's been out
to
for
a
a while.
point, man.
It's a
There's
great
too
show.
many shows for me to catch up on.
I'm
Just haven't made it through The Wire. But I also want to start Yellowstone.
Dude, watch The Wire.
Have you seen Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Is it worth?
Yeah. Yellowstone's good.
Did
I
you
watched, like,
have
for
to
half of the first episode? I actually
Spencer,
liked it.
this is my first like old man sign. I had the first couple episodes. I had to have the subtitles because I was like picking up on the.
I always watch with subtitles on. I watch everything with subtitles on.
To me, that feels old. I try to like avoid that, but I had to for this.
Don't
I
be
didn't
too proud.
understand.
Booter
shit
says they
were saying.
changed the Hard Knocks requirement.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta watch it with Peaky Blinders. You gotta watch it. I'm off for fucking Shelby. You'll be like, what did he
What
just
the
say?
fuck did you just say?
Same with with The Wire, dude. Whenever Snoop Dogg starts talking, you are you're. It's like, dude, what? That Baltimore accent, you might as well be speaking fucking.
Accents are like the most interesting thing to me. Like specifically, like same country, regional acts. Like what? Like this is the same language.
Malik Peterson, shout out Chef. He says his arch enemy is Jeff Okuda.
Yeah, confirmed.
That is confirmed.
Yes, talk about him a lot.
Yellowstone is great, says Nitty Gritty.
Australians, when they say so, they say sir. Like there's like an R in there. It pisses me off. Their O's like our R's.
Sir. Australians?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like
sir.
Easy.
Like, they don't say no. They say ner.
Ner.
You ever heard them say that?
Ner.
No, that just sounds like a fucking
I'm telling you,
animal.
go listen to an Australian. Like actually, Chef could tell you he lives there.
He does.
Some of their O's like, how was that an R? Like I'm just like when you learn that word and you're writing it down.
Ner.
Yeah, how the fuck you get an R there?
Crocky.
Yeah, Crocky. I don't know.
All right, mate. Let's go throw some shrimp on the barbie.
That's not a knife.
That's not a knife. Is it a knife?
Mailbag. What's more likely, the Pistons get Giannis or Chris getting back into his K9 outfit? Not confirmed,
think
Chris.
I think Pete retired that. I think the Pistons could get Giannis.
Super Bowl Wilson says, I'm the heavyweights arch enemy. Nobody knows who you are.
Yeah, we don't. 250 pounds, bro.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that
Who
guy?
the fuck is that guy?
Chris, who's your arch enemy? Clothing irons? Oh! Type. Tight fit collars. or Andrew Santino.
The stock rack. Fucking TJ Maxx.
A clothes hanger.
Who's
That was a good one.
Who said the iron one?
I did.
I
Those were all me. That was all me. Yeah, I was just not, I wasn't reading them out of the chat.
That's why I was-
It was just on the hate in my heart.
That was why I was like I can't even respond to that. That was just a clip.
Oh.
No.
Careful.
Easy's arch enemy is CJGJ. That's fair.
That's fair. That's a good arch enemy.
That's a good arch enemy.
I did. He's a millionaire. He can get me killed, so I'm gonna be careful here. But I almost fucked his baby mom.
Yeah.
Like confirmed.
Yeah. She was ready to get flown out and double teamed by the heavyweights. That is a fact.
We almost got like
we almost got. We almost sponsored it.
Yes.
We almost got the flight for CJGJ's baby mama to come get cracked out, paid for by
all she wanted was some Lions gear and some clout.
Yeah.
That's fucking. That would have been legend.
That would have been legendary. If we would have played the Eagles in the playoffs, we were going to do it. Missed opportunity.
The ski mask boy. Bryce
That's what
got
I'm sad.
lost
That's
in the
what
road.
I'm most sad about.
I don't know where I'm at. I have to take his shit too. Ski mask boy, you got a smartphone. What are you talking about? How are you lost?
Hey, brother. Yeah, maybe you should pop off YouTube for a second. Open Google Maps.
He said the I can't even say that word. That's all you.
Schmalerized and state road meet. Where schmalerized? I don't know if schmalerized is a road.
He just wanted to say that. He probably said something super racist in like another language.
Yeah, probably.
He just tricked you.
Live on stream, says Sankai. Yeah.
Flannel arch enemy is Aura. Huh?
In the massage chair.
What?
CJGJ's baby mama.
Oh, dude.
We don't have the camera on. You just hear the noises.
All right, I think that's a show for us, boys.
Phoenix Sundust, excuse me.
Wait, serious question?
Serious question. How do you guys feel about the Netflix show Detroiters? I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
But my brothers love it, so I might give it a shot.
It's Tim Robinson.
It's Tim Robinson, yeah. I've seen scenes of it that were really funny, but I haven't watched it. That was Cash.
And
don't, Cash.
Yeah. That
Wait,
was Cash.
whoa. Bruce's girls put a video out like an hour ago.
Spencer, don't let Eazy sway you
put a hit
from
on
that
League
movie
Neighbors.
either, by the way. Don't let him sway you from Friends either, or Friendship, whatever.
What did you say?
That's fair.
Oh my God, Chris. That's probably the worst movie recommendation. And I'm like,
Eazy said it was awful.
I'm glad I haven't seen it for like 5. I was pissed.
He
I
said
was
he was going to fight you. If you would have went to the movie theaters with you, he would have punched you.
Dude, it was a movie about fucking nothing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You said it was a good movie.
It's a style of humor, and I could see how that doesn't work. Just like Uncut Gems.
There were some funny parts, but the overall movie was like about literally like what was the movie about?
The movie is about this guy who's an absolute psychopath. Like he's legitimately an insane person.
Well, hopefully Ski Mask Boy gets found in the woods, but that'll do it for us today. Appreciate
someone MapQuested
Make sure you smash that like button for Eazy, for Luke, not for Nick because he's a sellout. For Chris, I am Spencer with the Heavyweights. So
Bruder, that's what we're talking about. That's crazy.
Peace.